Yeah. No. So I'm a huge believer in manifesting. And
Yeah.
like
Where'd
I
that come
said,
from? Where'd that start in your life?
my parents.
Yeah.
So like every day before I went to school, my dad always said, always try your hardest and never give up. And if you do that, right, if you always try your hardest and never give up, you can't fail. Like there's nothing you can't do. You can't fail. If you gave everything that you have and you didn't give up, like you can't fail.
Yep.
So it's just been like setting, since we're little to always dream big. If you work hard, you can do anything.
What about men that think that they fail? Because I talk to a lot of men, and a question I ask really often is, how often do you look in the mirror and say, I'm really proud of you? And very few men say ever.
Yeah.
And so why that makes me think they think they're failed, right? But why do you think so many men are so bad at that? Why are so many men so bad at looking in the mirror and going, I'm really proud of you. You did a good job today.
Yeah.
It's probably on the
obviously
field.
Probably like self-reflecting, being retrospective of kind of like what happened and thinking about it and how it made sense or why it worked and why that is, not a failure and what went into it. And I don't know. It's probably a mindset. Definitely.
Totally.
I think just being
how do you feel when you look in the mirror?
Introspective, I think is really important.
Are you proud when you look in the mirror?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Try it. Yeah. Most of the time. I mean, hell, life's too short to be pissed off and thinking about failing. Like,
yeah. I agree.
Little John walking through the forest, laughing back and forth at what the other one has to say, reminiscing this and that and having such a good time.
All right, so we got Chris Neville in here in the FOC Front of Center podcast studio. And this is Brian Trainer, your host. Chris, thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you. You've done the podcast thing a lot over the years. And we started out just by talking a little bit about the studio.
Oh, yeah. Studio is awesome, man.
I wanted to get that on camera.
Yeah.
So
literally, when I was driving in, I saw because you had the garage door open. I'm like, damn, that's like a legit podcast studio. It's like giving me Joe Rogan vibes coming in here. Like,
let's go, baby.
Comfy chair.
You got to dream big, dude. You got to dream big if you're going to start something like this. Like, you got to just go like, what's my vision for what it's going to be long term? Right? We're small potatoes now, but I just felt like let's build it out in a way that I'm really proud of.
Yeah. Oh, if you're gonna do it, you might as well go on.
Hell yeah.
Because you're gonna end up buying nice mics, nice stands.
Yes.
Eventually, like if you're passionate about it and like willing to put in the work, like it's gonna happen sooner or later. So you might as well start off with high quality stuff.
Yep.
I like
and
it.
It's a blast because I think for me, like I've always been in the trades. I've sold real estate for years, and I'm in the trades. We're building stuff, but this really feels like something that kind of gives back a little bit. It really does. Whether we're giving back to, say, our community as a hunting community or just men and life and where they're at. And it's really been a blast for me to be able to touch on kind of the deeper or the fringe parts of this, the why we're out there hunting. And that's kind of why we named it Front of Center, was just my belief around just this, you have to lean into life, right? And you're doing some big things that I know scare you, and I'm excited to talk about that.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's such a necessary thing for where you're at and what you're trying to build, is like, you've got to lean in and you cannot be on your heels. Right. At all.
No.
And so that's
like throughout my whole entire life. I mean, I'm very similar, like not afraid to take risk.
Yeah.
I'm always been a believer, if you do something you love, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
So I've always been like going after that. I've always been a big dreamer. I don't think there is anything that I can't do. Like that's like my mindset.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people sometimes, can get a little bit freaked out about dreaming big, but since I was in high school, I was determined to work in the hunting industry. When I went to college, like I got a degree that I knew was going to benefit me in the hunting industry and like one that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I just kept following that dream. If you work hard enough and want something bad enough, like anything can happen. And that's
that's where you're
from when I was 12 to where I'm at now. That's been my mindset, and that's what I keep doing. And I think
I love it, because I'm going to ask you about that 12-year-old you. Real quick, for the people that don't know you, walk me through real quick. I'm going to ask you 3 quick questions. Where are you at in the world? That's easy, we know, but tell us where you're at in the world for the people that are listening in.
Yeah. So right now, currently, I have my own freelance consulting company, so I do mostly specialize in content creation, video marketing for companies in the hunting industry.
Yeah.
So when I was out of college, I got a job with Go Hunt, worked for them for 6 years, made a ton of connections in the hunting industry. I was living in Las Vegas for a while. I kind of got tired of living in Vegas.
Yeah.
You know,
that wouldn't take that long.
I got engaged. My wife, she went to CSU. So we kind of always wanted to get back to Colorado. So we finally got back to Colorado, moved to Fort Collins. And then from there, that's kind of when I left Go Hunt and just kind of went out and did my own thing. And for me, you know, I needed that experience first to be confident to what I'm doing now and like understanding how things work, understanding how business works, content.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to take that jump and like work for myself, you know, and then now I'm trying to start my own companies besides like freelancing stuff. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Just a lot of moving parts.
Yeah. How long you been married?
Let's see here. 1 year. We just had our 1 year anniversary.
Like,
I was like, I got to think.
Be quick, bro. Be quick.
1 year. August 2nd was our first year, 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. And you're loving it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a great time.
Nice. Second question. Tell me about your tribe. And within that tribe, who do you support and who supports you?
For me, you know, my family, my friends are usually that's really all I care about. Is the people that are close to me, and those are usually my family and friends. And I feel like as you get older, you know, you don't need as many friends. Like you have a small group of friends. I have really close friends who I've been friends with, you know, since I was a kid. And then I also have, you know, friends like Brady and Trail, people who I have been around for a long time and really respect. But, you know, just kind of keeping a tight knit group, you know, people who motivate me, people who make me better, you know, things like that. But yeah, just family, tight group of friends is usually who I'm hanging out with, talking with.
Right.
You know,
Brady and Trail are two guys that I know Trail a little bit, and I know Brady from watching.
Right.
That you're the build that you could hang with those guys. I've always watched them, and I don't know if we can tell in the picture, but I'm not built for the backcountry, right? Like, and I'll go, but like there's guys that are your build more like that, you know, 5'11". Yeah. You know what I mean? Like 175, 100.
You're right on it, man.
Right. Like just that perfect hunting, you know, backcountry kind of machine.
Oh yeah.
And I'm 290. You know what I mean? 6'5". That's a big, bro.
Big guy be running around in the backcountry.
It's not ideal. But I watch those guys and I go, man, I don't know if I could hang. I see you guys going so hard and so deep. And it's like, I'll get there, but I'll see you tomorrow kind of thing. You know what I mean? And we'll hunt the same hill, but you'll have a day on me. But what is it like as you guys, I'm sure, hunted together, spent time in the backcountry a lot together, just trying to hang, you know what I mean? That's an intimidating thing for a guy. That's
I mean, I was 22 years old when I started Go Hunt. Now I'm 31. So I was young and hungry for sure. Yeah. Like I wanted to prove myself.
Yeah.
I was born and raised in Iowa. So it's, you know, small blue collar town. That's always kind of been.
Where were you at in Iowa? Where'd you come from?
So it's like central Iowa, just north of Des Moines.
Yeah.
You know, right there, smack dab in the middle of Iowa. And I think most
whitetail country.
Oh yeah. Big whitetail.
Yeah.
I think most people in Iowa's mentality is like, you know, just put your head down, work hard, kind of thing. And that's how most of us were raised there. And so coming out west, you know, I was definitely hungry and willing to do anything and like wanted to prove myself more than anything. So going out with Brady and Trail. And I always tell people, you know, for me, those guys were huge mentors in my learning curve from Western hunting. You know, I was in Iowa, whitetail hunting. I was fortunate to have an awesome piece of property behind my house where, you know, I was harvesting big deer all the time and, you know, thinking I was a pretty good hunter. You know, like, always shooting whitetail, but always wanting to go west and then going out a couple of times on my own to Colorado over the counter, you know, getting your ass kicked. My brother and I, like, we don't know what the hell we're doing.
It's rough here. I always think that's funny when you watch influencers that I always feel like Colorado's the place that you can go to like really get your ass handed to you.
Oh, for sure.
It's just the mountains are steeper, not than all the places, but they're big. And the wind just feels swirly here. There's nothing consistent. So you'll watch a video and it's like, I was watching the Born and Raised guys and that was one of their first years coming to Colorado and like the wind is just swirling. We were in on them and then boom, it switches and you're done.
Yeah.
And that's just the hardest thing with elk hunting. It's like you can do everything right. And it takes just Mother Nature goes, you know what?
Yeah.
How about not?
Right. And it's with like any type of hunting, it's just all about experience. So it takes time to get good at something.
Yeah.
And I always say that I was really fortunate to be able to hunt with Trail, to hunt with Brady.
Yeah.
Because that cut my learning curve down.
Absolutely.
You know, being able to see these guys and how they're going about their business, what they do to prepare, what they do out there, what's their mentality.
Yes.
Like just being around that. And to this day, you can ask Brady. So I sat right next to him for 6 years. Like our desks were right next to each other. I asked him every single question that you could think of. Like thousands and thousands of questions. Like, why do you do this? Why are you doing that? What do you think about this? And then they just cut down my learning curve too. Well,
and hunting is something that I've always felt like, I love hunting. I love fly fishing as well. Really any kind of fishing, but mostly fly. But it's that both of those things have to be handed down to you. Yeah. And I think that's what makes it so special is like, it's a gift, right? I think you can come out west and you can just start hunting. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But I think the gift is to be able to have somebody come alongside of you and go, I'm going to take you with me for even
it just makes it leaps and bounds quicker to like cut that learning curve. I mean, nowadays, no doubt there's more resources than ever. You got YouTube, you got podcasts.
And that's just in the last 7 or 8 years. Like I started in 2012 was my first year. Cam Haynes had a book called Backcountry Bowhunting, I think, or something like that. And I read it front to back a couple of times. And that's really was probably one of the few resources out there for how to go backcountry hunting.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And I think try to learn as much as possible, like through YouTube, through podcasts. I mean, I still do that to this day. Like I'm always wanting to learn more and see if I can get better and better and better. But there's no replacement for just going out and doing it. Like eventually you're going to have to go out there. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to make mistakes. You're going to have to learn from those mistakes and do that over and over and over again.
Absolutely. And that's funny, not to really be a plug for Ruckless, but that was why we got here is I was like, man, if I had a resource where I could go just look in anybody's backpack and just see what they're carrying. Because my first year up, I was carrying cans of tuna and like cans of stuff and peanut butter. And it was like 90 pounds of shit I didn't need. And so that was kind of where it came from, was just like, I wish I could just look into your backpack and go, okay, this guy's going on an 8-day mule deer hunt, self-supported or with llamas like you're going to do. But, you know, what's he carrying with him? And I feel like there's so much knowledge. It's like if you look in a Craftsman toolbox and go, what kind of tools is this guy carrying? You know? Yeah. I think it tells a story for sure.
And that's at Go Hunt, when I was there, that's when we started doing gearless videos.
Yes.
And everyone's like, oh, I don't know if these will do good. I'm like, these are going to crush. I have a feeling because people want to know what's in your backpack.
Those were your top 2 YouTube videos.
Oh, gearless.
Were pack dumps.
Yeah, gear list always doesn't matter. Every single year, new gear list. People are going to watch it. It could be an hour long. People watch it.
Yeah.
People love it.
Critical to what you're, especially if you want, I mean, you know, I think it's the thing, you leave the door of the house or you close the door of the truck and you hop on the trail and your mind is going, what did I forget? What did I forget? What did I forget? You know?
Yeah. That's what I'm doing right now. I have a mule deer hunt here in about 6 days. Yeah. And I usually like to lay all my shit out. Like I have a nice office where I lay everything out week prior and I just walk by it, keep going by it.
Absolutely.
Just like
I did that this morning and it was like trekking poles.
Yeah. I
was like, shit, there's no trekking poles. Like, what was I thinking? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And so it's the same for me. Like I start week or 2 before it and I do the same thing. I just lay it all out. I have a folding table. I put it in the garage and I just kind of walk by it and I go, oh yeah. That extra pair of those, you know,
start writing down
Stone Glacier thin gloves. I forgot those, right?
Start writing down things that you're forgetting or needing. Like I have written down, I think I need to go get a rangefinder battery.
Yep.
I need to replace one and I need to bring an extra one. Yeah.
Yeah. I started carrying 2 spares just for that buddy. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's worth the wait. You know what I mean?
There'd be nothing worse.
I know. And it's such a unique battery too.
Oh yeah. They're almost hard to find.
It's like, I've got one I've had for probably 8 years and I'm like, I need to figure out a way to test it. Probably should just put it in the rangefinder, see how it's doing. But that's those little things that you walk by and you go like, what am I forgetting? What am I forgetting?
Yeah. And it seems like over time, you know, everyone's gear list change and get more efficient. I remember my first time I packed to where I'm at now. Like I don't have a lot of stuff that I don't use. Like I don't have a lot of extra shit. Like it's mostly the most important things that
especially with clothing. Yeah. Like mine right now is it's makes me nervous, but I know it's good, but it's so thin, right? It's just like thin base layer, mid layer, you know, and then really, dude, I've got like a really stuffable, good KUIU stuffable,
right.
Down and a raincoat. You know what I mean? And it's just like, that's really all I need.
That's all you need.
And if it gets colder than what those layers, I'll go back to my tent and get in my sleeping bag. And it's fall. I know it won't. It shouldn't. But and the same thing with the base, like the pants. It's like a base layer. My normal just hunting pant. I'll wear the same pant for 9 days in a row.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to carry another pair. And I never. It's like, who's changing?
I always think clothing. If there's always one area that I think people bring, too much is clothing.
Yeah.
Like
how many pairs of socks?
One. Actually, I do bring 2 now, just in case one gets drenched.
Yes, that's for me too.
I'll bring 2 pairs of socks.
But almost really rarely do you touch them, especially if you got decent boots on your feet.
Yeah.
And
then I don't bring any extra underwear. I'll just wear the same draws the whole time.
I don't. Yeah, me either. Those things get rowdy though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But what I started doing is I just wear I have just a pair of gym shorts that have a liner in them.
Oh.
And I just wear those underneath my pants because it's those 2 layers. Like when I'm sitting and glassing, it's just a little extra warmth on my butt when I'm sitting down, and then I can just pull my pants off at night, sleep in the shorts.
Nice.
So I just kind of live in a pair of underwear lined gym shorts. I don't know if there's a technical term for that, but that's kind of what I live in now. Just one pair of those.
Yeah, I'm same with you though. On I just have a thin base layer. I'll have like a grid fleece hoodie, and then I bring a down jacket.
Yep.
And then if it's elk hunting, rain jacket, and then if it's elk hunting, sometimes I'll bring down pants. Yeah, those are always
dude,
super clutch.
They're so light.
If I have down pants and a down jacket, I pretty much know I'm probably not going to come across a situation where I'm going to get cold.
Absolutely. And so I have this little 2-sided stuff sack that has my rain top and rain bottom in it, and then I have down top, down bottom, and those live with me. They go everywhere with me. And it's just like that. If I have the clothes I can hike in and out in, and those 2 other things, you throw down pants and then rain pants on top of those down, the wind has stopped. The heat's there. And I've been in some nasty, snow blowing sideways, water bottle froze while I'm glassing, solid kind of, and it's, and you're good.
And then you have your rain gear. A lot of times I'll use my rain if it's windy, as a windbreak.
Absolutely. That's the same for me. Yeah.
That's why I'm not a huge fan of the, those outer shell jackets.
I'm leaving mine home this year because I just don't.
They're pointless.
You never wear it.
If it's windy, I'll put on my rain jacket.
Put your down and your raincoat on if it's windy and cold.
And you'll be just as good.
And if it's that windy, you're probably not moving around all that much and hunting. I think that's part of it too, is and the guy's I want really quiet rain gear. I'm like, dude, if it's coming down hard enough to actually put on your raincoat, you're probably under a tree waiting for it to blow over because the animals are more than likely doing the same thing, especially archery season.
Heading back to the tent or something.
Yeah. For sure. So you and the animals are both going, we're out of this shit,
We're running.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. So, that's fun. So let's see here. Third question. You already kind of touched on it, but how do you spend your days right now?
Day to day,
work what's
days?
Your day to day look like, man?
So, it really fluctuates, so right now I have a bunch of video projects that I'm doing for Outdoor Edge for pocket knives.
Mm-hmm.
So I do some of that, get some of my freelance stuff done. Then I have, it's called Big Hunting Guy merch, which I just make. It's just a side hustle. Yeah. It's print on demand, pretty easy. Yeah. I just come up with designs. I have a designer drop stuff.
And do you print them yourself?
No. So it's all print on demand. So the nice thing about this, dude, I do nothing.
That's nice.
I just
and
mark
they drop
it.
Ship it for you.
Yeah. So someone buys it. It goes to the factory. I get charged for the blank. They package it, ship it, send it out.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
You're not carrying inventory.
No, don't have any inventory. So I don't have to worry about I can only buy this much in this color. I can do.
And it hurts your margin a little bit.
Yeah. It's probably it's 40% margin. So it's not terrible, but I also don't have to do.
But you're not carrying inventory.
Yeah.
Because that's anything. You buy one XXX t-shirt you'll never sell.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're stuck with
it forever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of have that I do, throughout the week. And then my brother and I are just starting a new company called Rough Ridge Stove Co.
Okay.
Which we're making an all-in-one backcountry cook system.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So that's kind of been our main, eventually, my goal hopefully is that's going to end up taking my full time. That's what I'm working towards. That's definitely the main
Rough Ridge Stove Co. Okay. Tell me through. Is it replacing my jet boil?
Oh yeah.
And my peak cup?
Oh yeah.
My spoon.
So my problem. So this is how we thought of
through what's in my pack today that I won't need once you are full launch.
So this is how we thought of the idea. So this is I thought of the idea when I was actually working for Go Hunt. It was in 2022. So like it's been 3 years now. Everyone starts with a jet boil. You don't really like your jet boil, but it's the only option you have.
But you're pot committed because it's $200.
It's all in one kind of. It's pretty big, pretty bulky, pretty heavy.
Yep.
And then for me, I got sick of that. So then I kind of went to building. I wanted ultralight. So then to do an ultralight system, you kind of have to Frankenstein your own cook system.
Yeah.
I have to buy a
so
cup.
Like your little like cricket with your peat cup.
I got to buy my stove.
Half your fuel gets blown.
Yeah.
Off to the mountain.
Exactly.
The heat that takes 45 minutes.
You buy your stove from this company. You buy your pot from this company. You buy your sport from this company.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is made to work together. So you lose efficiency right off the bat. None of it's made to pack together.
Yep.
So like we saw the problem as you have two options. One, you got an all-in-one system that's either too big, too bulky, too heavy. Or if you wanted to go ultra lightweight, it's kind of like mismatched Frankenstein pieces.
Yep.
So we decided we want to make an all-in-one cook system, lightweight, specifically made for backcountry hunting. So we have a stove, we have a pot, we have a spork, fuel canister, and a wind guard.
Do you have one with you?
No, I don't have one with me. I do have prototypes. I have prototypes and everything.
Nice. We'll have you help us edit the video right here. We will go bonk, and we'll show everybody it right now. This is me holding that because I think that it would be, I love it.
Yeah. And our thing is like, we wanted to solve all those problems, like wind resistant.
Yeah.
We wanted to be lightweight. We want to be all in one. We want it to all fit inside our pot, which it does.
So your pot, your cup.
Yeah.
Like the fuel fits inside of there.
Fuel, wind guard, stove, spork. And
your spork.
Yeah.
That's kind of sick. How big is it if I compared it to my current jet boil?
Right now we have it as like, it's probably like 33% lighter. So it's under 10 ounces, the full system.
Holy hell.
Like 9.8. That's like with our prototype. So like there could be some variant from like final production.
Yeah.
But like, it's all titanium.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we can get away with being super lightweight. We had to do a lot of different things when it comes to the pot, to make it a unique shape to where you can fit everything inside.
So what?
Yeah. So like, that's like,
I mean, that's a pain in the ass for you, but for us, I don't care what it's shaped like if it's easier to use.
Yeah. And that was like our big thing is that's why it took us 3 years is nothing that we did is off the shelf. Like everything from the stove to the spork to the titanium pot are all like designed ourselves. We had to get tooling for it. We had to like test and figure out.
Where's it manufactured at?
Right now, South Korea.
Yeah.
Is where our stuff's being manufactured at.
Yep. Very cool.
Yeah. So
there's really no way around like everybody like want to be American made and
and then I think
it's pretty
our
tough
titanium
to make anything in the US that's like it doesn't work. Yeah.
And with all the tariffs and everything, we do have like some of our titanium products from China.
Yeah.
But we're working on like outsourcing to different areas. Just due like the tariffs that also,
that's got to
came in like, so like our plan was launched this year, but then all the tariffs came and like delayed us, probably 6 months. So now we're using right now to kind of just build up the hype. Yeah. We're going to have finalized prototypes that we can hand out to people for this hunting season.
Yeah.
Get content, market, just kind of get people excited. Then early 2026 is when we're going to be launching.
So you're 3 years into this thing.
3 years.
How's that been like just to keep your head up? You know what I mean? And it's like, there's got to have been times where you wanted to quit.
Oh yeah. It never seems like you're going to get there.
Absolutely.
Like you just gotta be patient. Everything just takes.
How do you balance that though? Because it takes a very deep kind of drive and motivation to go, I'll kill for this thing. You know what I mean? And at the same time, I have to have patience. And it's two sides of the same coin, but it's really hard to balance that. Yeah. Kind of that mentality of that's kind of almost scarcity on one hand and abundance on the other. Right.
And
it's like balancing that all the time. And at the same time going out every day and doing it and doing it and doing it.
I think for us, we're kind of like, we want something that we can hang our hat on, something that we're proud about. And like, we want the perfect product, which we know is going to take us, it's going to take us longer to get there, but it's going to be way more worth it when it comes out. Cause it's going to be perfect. Like there's not a single feature that we haven't thought of, from the trigger to the igniter on the stove to, there's not there's tiny features all over this thing that have been completely thought out. And that takes time. That takes 3 years of thinking specifically about
just that timeline, right? You make a change, it goes out.
Yeah.
A month and a half later, it comes back.
Yeah. And it's just
right or it's wrong or whatever at that point.
Yeah. And the hardest thing, right, is just you can have a good idea, right? Having an idea is not the hard part. Thinking of something that you want to build is not the hard part.
Yep.
Building it, finding someone to make it, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Like every single factory we talk to can't do that. Can't make that. We can give you this product right here off the shelf that you can put your logo on it.
You're like, no, that's not what we're after.
That's not what we want. It doesn't have a pressure regulator. Doesn't have a wind guard flame. Like we want a perfect system.
So you had to get someone to completely retool for you. And then who's funding all this?
Family and friends, right?
Really?
Now. Yeah. So
that's
it's been
tough.
Yeah. And we've been trying to keep
those people that have given money and said, I'm going to buy a share or invest in your company.
Basically how we have them set up, is we're doing like loans, like we're paying them back in interest.
Good.
Is how we're doing it.
And that's a nice way to do it. You haven't sold equity of your company. You've got debt, which you're on the hook for.
Yeah. And then we just got, we're hoping to get small business loan.
Yeah.
Things like that we can, because really, I mean, our biggest expense right now coming up is inventory. Yeah. You got to buy.
When you got to pull that trigger, because there's minimums, I'm assuming, of probably thousands of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, shit. That's where most of your expense comes from.
Yeah.
And then we just actually signed a lease to get our business loan. We have to have
a commercial space.
So we signed a lease up in LaPorte.
Nice.
Right by next to like the taxidermy shop, there's a little business center.
Dan French.
Yeah. There's that little business center right there.
Little 2-story building that's to the east of it.
Yeah. So we just signed a spot up there, $900 a month.
Yeah.
Like dirt cheap.
Yep.
Like close to both of us. We both live outside of Fort Collins.
Yeah. So I was going to ask your brother's out this way as well.
Yep. Yeah.
Did he follow you out or was he already out here?
No, he came out here too.
That's badass.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah. So we've been working at it for a while.
Yeah. I have three brothers. We all work together. Nice. I love it. How is the family dynamic for you guys?
Yeah. We complement each other really well. So he's very like business savvy, detail oriented, like organized.
Yep.
I'm more of like a creative,
good visionary.
Yeah. Kind of brand creative, definitely not organized.
Yep.
Like, that's kind of my way of thinking.
Absolutely.
A little more methodical and like deeper thinking, taking my time to make a decision, where he's like, he can do 20 things in the time that I can do one. Yeah. But we kind of offset each other
in that way.
Which there's sometimes you need to push and go, and there's sometimes you need to stop and think.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where we both work really well together.
Yep.
And we're not afraid, we're not nervous. Like, you can't hurt my feelings.
It's not even really conflict. Because if you're brothers, you've like me and my brothers, like we've fought, like fought, knocked each other out, kind of fighting.
For sure.
So we've been through the shit. So we know, and we're not, we're beyond that now. We're adults, hopefully, but it's, that working dynamic is really good. You can be super honest and go like, dude, I got your back all the way, but you need to step up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And do your shit. And usually it's me, because I'm the same way. I'm the visionary dreamer, and my brothers are very like, get it done kind of guys. And that's great. And that way to be able to, to play off each other.
Yeah. So it's been, so we just launched our social media.
Dude, tell me the name again so I can.
Rough Ridge Stove Co.
Rough Ridge Stove Co.
Yeah, so we just launched our social media, like Instagram, YouTube, and it's been exciting to like tell people about it, because it's been like you're walking around with this secret for 3 years and keeping it hush hush. Like select few kind of have an idea just so you can kind of get some feedback.
Mm-hmm.
But now, we're pretty much fully out, like telling people anything they want.
And then soon you'll pull the trigger on that first order.
Yeah.
Yeah. And does that make you nervous a little bit?
No. Yeah, I'm almost to the point now where like I've manifested so hard, like it can't fail. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I believe.
Definitely a little nervous for sure. Like, I'm not going to say I'm not nervous, but and I do believe in manifest, and I do believe if you want something so bad and you think about it all the time, like there's no reason it can't happen.
It'll happen. Yeah, it just does. I think that I don't know where, and I don't have the wisdom to kind of go down this road, and that we could flesh it all the way out. But I've had one too many things in my life that are that way, where when my brother and I started our business, it's been 15 years ago. I'd gone to a guy's house that was doing what we wanted to do. It's simple, to start a construction company, roofing based. he had this red barn and this acre. And I told him, I was like, I want that. I want a red barn. I want an acre. Like, that's my vision for where I want. That's where I want our office to be. And dude, sure as shit. Like, this foreclosure comes up 3 blocks from my house, acre of land in the middle of town, big old red barn, you know? And it's just like, I was like, dude, how weird is this that, you know what I mean? This barn pops up for sale and it's like foreclosed. Just, it was perfect. Exactly. And it's always that way. Even in the business side of like with Ruckless, every time I need a talent or a skill or somebody 2 years ago when we started it, it was just like the person would show up, you know, that was like somehow really closely connected to us. And like they would just kind of manifest and go, oh yeah, I did that. I actually have designed everything for Patagonia and Burton. And you're like, how incredible is that? That we get the graphics guy that just happens to be related to one of my guys, you know? And so it's really neat to see that in business when you push on a dream hard enough that like, kind of like the universe says, cool, I'll push with you. And let's go do this thing.
It's the same thing for hunting, right? Like if you think about shooting an elk from January till September, you're just setting yourself up to do more things because it's always in the back of your head if you're manifesting it.
Yes.
Like I'm going to scout, I'm going to do this. Like if that's what you're thinking
every time you
about,
draw that bow back, it's that way for me.
Oh yeah.
Right. Every time I draw that bow back, it's like, even this morning, it was like, okay, I draw. All right. He just put his head tip, went down, took a bite, put his left front legs back a little bit. I know I'm already drawn. I know he's going to step forward. And as soon as he steps, I'm drilling a hole to that piece of hair. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you just let it go. And then, you know, what's funny is like, you do that at 80 yards thinking this is where it's going to be. And then you end up in the woods and it's 11 yards. Yeah. You know? Like I didn't visualize this. It was easier in reality, but because of the work done beforehand to get out there, you know? Yeah.
No. So I'm a huge believer in manifesting.
Like where'd that come from? Where'd that start in your life?
My parents.
Yeah.
So like every day before I went to school, you know, my dad always said, always try your hardest and never give up. And if you do that, right, if you always try your hardest and never give up, you can't fail. Like there's nothing you can't do. You can't fail. If you gave everything that you have and you didn't give up, like you can't fail.
Yep.
So it's just been like setting, you know, since we're little to always dream big. If you work hard, you can do anything.
What about men that think that they fail? Because I talk to a lot of men, you know, and a question I ask really often is, how often do you look in the mirror and say, I'm really proud of you? You know, and very few men say ever. Yeah. You know, and so why that makes me think they think they're failed, right? Right. But why do you think so many men are so bad at that? Why are so many men so bad at looking in the mirror and going, I'm really proud of you. You did a good job today.
Yeah. It's put it all on the field. Obviously, probably like self-reflecting, you know, being retrospective of kind of like what happened and thinking about it and how it made sense or why it worked and why that is, you know, not a failure and what went into it. And I don't know. It's probably a mindset. Definitely.
Totally.
I think just being
how do you feel when you look in the mirror?
Introspective, I think is really important.
Are you proud when you look in the mirror?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Try it. Yeah. Most of the time. I mean, life's too short to be pissed off and thinking about failing. Like, I agree. I'm pretty optimistic. Yeah. You know, happy go lucky type of mindset is,
and you've done a good job of chasing what you wanted. You've known from a young age, 12-year-old you. Yeah. Kind of knew like, this is what you wanted to do.
Right. And I think it's probably from past experience, right? I've seen it work. Yeah. I've seen, if I put my mind to something, this is the outcome. Mm-hmm. Like I've seen it work. So I know it can happen. So then I just keep repeating that over and over. But if you haven't had the experience of like working hard at something and then seeing it work, like it could definitely be harder.
You may
sure.
look in the mirror and go, that didn't work. Yeah. Or you're not in a space where you're chasing something that you're meant to do, right? You're kind of out of flow with your dream. Yeah. You know? Oh yeah. Which is an interesting thing, right? Like just like, do you chase your dream or do you kind of bring your dream with you? You know what I mean? Like, it's just that, like, it's that positive, like try your hardest kind of thing. Like, I think really if you're living every day going, whatever it is, this is an adventure and I'm going to think of it that way and it'll lead me to the next thing. Right. But not everybody's chasing those things, dude. No. That's the hard thing. There's a lot of people that go to a job, they live in a square, a little box, they drive their box to work. They live in the box every day and they aren't really out there chasing something that gets them kind of fueled up and alive.
And that for me, like I couldn't do that. Yeah. But like I said, I've been fortunate enough to my past experience have taught me that I can do this. Yeah. I can dream big. I can pretty much I feel like I can do anything I want to if I put my mind to it. But that's just kind of, and I like questions you get all the time if you work in the hunting industry, like how'd you get into the hunting industry?
Yeah.
I wanted to do it.
Right.
Like I reached out to Go Hunt for an internship.
Did you really? Where'd you start at Go Hunt? I mean, because you probably didn't start at the top.
No. So I first was an intern. So I went out there. I was 21 in college at Iowa, like looking for an internship. And I would tell anyone that's looking for an internship and they want to do something in the hunting industry, like hunting companies are really bad at posting, oh, we need an intern, or they might not even know they need an intern.
Yeah.
So what I did is I took it upon myself to reach out to a bunch of different companies.
Nice.
So I just emailed every single company that I thought was like a cool company that I would be cool to work with. And I said, hey, I'm looking for a summer internship, would love to do this. And then Go Hunt reached back to me and said, yeah, you can come do a summer internship, but you have to come live out here for the summer in Vegas. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So like even just doing that, like just moving out to Vegas, like some people be like, oh, I can't.
So you just packed up your car or your truck and
drove out to Vegas, stayed in Vegas for the summer.
Where'd you sleep?
I rented an apartment, just like a small.
On the strip?
No, outside of the strip. Thank God.
Yeah.
That would have been bad news for a 21-year-old.
21-year-old you. And how was that for you? Did you keep your nose clean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all like most people will say that if you live in Vegas for a while, you don't ever really go to the strip. Like you go there once or twice. You've kind of been there, done that.
You've seen it.
The only time I ever went back there and visited is like family in town. They're on the strip.
Yeah.
This and that. But so I never was down there too often. And then, so I was there for a summer doing internship with Go Hunt. Went back. I had a semester left of college.
How was it kind of touching your dream?
Right.
At Go Hunt. And then now you got to go back to Iowa and go to school.
Right.
And you're like, the last place in the world I want to be is probably in school at this point, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like, how fast can I get back out? Did you continue to work remotely for them a little bit?
Yeah, I did try to like stay in contact. Like I was still building articles for them, like stuff that I could do remote.
Yeah.
I was making a little bit of money, nothing crazy.
Doesn't matter though at that point.
And I was still like kept that point of contact, like building articles for them every week while I was finishing up. And then they gave me a full-time job. Yeah. Right out of college.
I think that's something young kids, I try not to pick on that generation today, right? Because I think there's some incredible stuff these kids are going to do. I see it and it's going to be good. But they don't have this mentality of like, I got to bleed a little bit before I've earned the right to even, it's like, you're not even on the totem pole, right? You're at the bottom, there's a pile of shit and then you below it. And when you first start, I think that they have a hard time recognizing that like, that's where you start. That's where we all started.
Yeah.
You just gotta get down there and bleed a little bit to earn that spot.
And actually, before I got the Go Hunt internship, I worked in Colorado. So I got an internship. It was like the fall semester. I was a field producer, so like a cameraman for a show called Outback Outdoors. Travis Stoltzfus was his name.
Okay, yeah.
That's how I met Lane Walter.
Okay.
So I was an intern for him. I was basically following around all fall, just filming him on hunts. And then when I went and applied for Go Hunt and told them I wanted to do an internship, they knew Trevin. So like there was a connection. Like hunting community, hunting industry is small. Yes. So once you get in the door, like somebody knows somebody who knows that person. Yeah. And it's like easy to, and it was just that, that point of contact that I had for my working out here as a field producer. Brady actually knew Trevin. Okay. So he's like, oh, this guy.
Yeah, he can hang.
Yeah, he was out here filming hunts. So like he already has some experience. Like, so it was easy for them to be like,
how was it to come out west and film a hunt after being in Iowa your whole life?
Oh, and then... wake up call.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, for me, it's like gear. Yeah. Just like, you don't really need that nice gear to whitetail hunt. I mean, it definitely helps and it's.
Right.
But you're sitting.
You're just sitting there.
You're sitting. So you come out here and it's like all the gear's so much different. You're not used to it. Yeah. And then just finding animals. Like it's a whole different, like I can find whitetail really easy, but then you come out here, never done it before, looking for elk. Oh yeah. You don't know where to go. It can just
eat your soul. It can be so discouraging. Yeah. Because you go like, I know they're over that next mountain. Yeah. And you hike and you're like, nothing here. Yeah. A cow, or whatever, you know? Yeah. That's the hard part, especially with like Western hunting is just the amount of scouting that's really required. I had Sean Melland on who, guy lives to scout, right? And he shoots really big bulls, public land in Montana. And it's the time and energy that guy puts into scouting an elk. It's absurd. Yeah. And it is work, man.
Oh yeah.
Which is why it's so cool. Like
boots on the grounds. Like I know right now, e-scouting, obviously a ton of people are doing it. It's definitely become more popular, but
yeah,
there's no replacement for boots on the ground scouting. And even if it's for like a couple days, like it's gonna help you on your hunt, whether that's you now know that spot sucks or you know that spot's good. Like you can be more efficient with your time.
That'll save you a week in the woods. And a lot of guys only have a week in the woods.
Yeah.
You know, so if you can sneak I did it a couple years ago with my daughter. I was like, do you want to go camping? You know, and it was a sneaky scouting trip, late in the summer. And we just did a little 18-mile loop. We hiked and we just kind of put on just a quick little 18-mile loop. And I'm just glassing as we go around. And, and I knew they were there because I've hunted the area a lot. But I just, it's like you want to just confirm. Yeah, they're still up on that knob.
Even just hitting roads. Like if you can't just drive around, like that's going to help you a ton just to know which roads you can get down, which roads you can't.
Absolutely.
And it's more just like being as efficient as possible with your time when you're hunting.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times, most people know it's like you're spending a lot of times looking for the animals.
Yep. and most guys, again, they're not in the hunting industry, so they don't have 3 weeks, 4 weeks, right?
Right. Like
most of the people that are hunting today got, if they're lucky, they get a good 6-day window.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that was like another thing for me is, I've been obsessed with hunting since I was 12 years old. So I need to go hunting a bunch. So doing work, whatever it is for my job, needs to allow me time. Yeah. To do.
If you can have those two things shake hands, right? So if you're producing content, what a better way to okay, let's go up into the woods and we'll take a camera with us and
for sure.
Whatever you said you're producing, you have a knife company that you're working with and then your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, I know.
Get up there where you can see a long ways, take a picture.
That's like if you want to go hunt more, you need to do something that allows you to to take more time off.
Yeah.
If that's important to you, if that's something you want, it's definitely possible.
Yep. That's what. Yep. And then marry the right woman.
That's right.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's a big piece, right? It's just as I'm getting ready to leave for, this first hunt and just knowing we're all good, right? There's no resentment there. Super supportive, helps me pack the lunches and it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
No, especially bring meat home, right? That helps.
Yeah. Making sure that's one thing I will say too, make sure you have all your stuff at home, dialed and make sure your at home stuff is lined up. So because I've had hunts before where you kind of left stuff and there's maybe some bills or something you need to get done or some decisions that need to be made and you didn't do it before you left.
Yep.
And you end up thinking about that out there in your hunt.
Yes, dude. It's all going to pop up on you.
And it's you're messaging on your Garmin about certain shit. It's
oh yeah.
You need to be focused. You need to be out there giving everything you got because it takes everything you got to be successful. So that's another tip. I obviously when I was younger, I didn't have.
Yeah.
But as you get
life
older,
is good when you're not, that
as you get older, you have, shit you need to do. Yeah. So making sure it's all in order.
It really is. And I think it's just, I think and it allows you to stay up there and be more engaged, right? I think that's the big key for me too. That's, gear's a big piece of that. And then preparedness before you leave, both physically, mentally, emotionally,
right?
That the people you're leaving behind know that, hey, they're supported. You've got your stuff together and I'll be back when I get back.
And it makes that experience better. It makes your time out there better. You can enjoy it. You can be relaxed. Your overall experience of the hunt is going to be the best that can be.
Yes. And that's key for me. Cause I will tell you one big piece. It might, I don't know if it's bigger than harvesting an animal, but I think it might be, is just that ability to kind of rest and recover and reconnect, right? I think hunting for me is just an excuse to go sit in the woods for 10 days.
Yeah.
So much. And just my soul just needs it. You know?
100%.
And so for me, it's that. You're exactly right. Prepare to leave so that when you are out there, you can really take that time to refuel. And so for me as a father of 2 kids and a husband, come back better than I left. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And focused on them in a way, right? Let them, you're taking time away from them, so it better benefit them as well that you come back kind of rejuvenated.
Sure. Mental health wise, it doesn't get any better than going out hunting for 10 days.
Yes.
What's important, what's not important, what matters,
yes.
What you need to do.
It boils down, doesn't it, to food, water, and shelter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's simple. It simplifies life to where you can focus on things that are important. You can think about your wife or your kids and maybe what you're doing wrong and what you need to do right.
It always comes up. I always come back going, I want to be better about this, right? I want to be better about with my daughter, with my son, and how I'm going to show up, or with my wife. I spend a lot of time reflecting, because how often do we just get to sit and think?
Yeah.
You know, look at a tree and just wonder.
You do that.
There's in wonderment about life.
And I think some people don't. I'm talking more people who are like maybe have never hunted before. Yes. I don't think they realize how much downtime there is.
Yeah. Yes.
Like you're doing a lot of thinking.
Oh yeah.
Ton of thinking.
Yeah. I mean, you get up and it's like sunrise, and this isn't always true, but let's say an hour and a half of real good hunting window, you know, maybe 2 hours or 3, but then now it's 9:15 in the morning and you're going, they're not going to move again till 5. Right. You know, so I'm like, what am I do the next 7.5 hours?
For sure.
You know?
Yeah. And that's what I've always said. If more people experienced hunting and went out there, like they would realize that it's more than what all these anti-hunters think is just us out there killing. Yes. I think
the heart of the hunting man is wildly misunderstood.
Oh yeah.
I think that it's also, I think, would be a big part of the cure for mental health for men, especially, is like, dude, find a brother. And I mean, just another man that has a similar heart for what we're trying to do, and go out and just adventure, be a little kid, you know, right. just walk the woods with kind of that sense of like, where's my water going to come from? Where am I going to sleep tonight? You know, and cut a tree down, make some firewood, start a fire. Like,
yeah. And I think it gives people purpose. Like even when you're not out hunting, I'm thinking about hunting. Yes. I'm preparing for hunting. I'm doing everything I can to be successful.
It gives me something to train for too. Like it gives me a reason not to eat that piece of cake.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever. And we probably have different mindset around that, because I need to not be a big ass dude. But it gives me something that I can get up and I go ruck and I go, I've got a good purpose here. But the beauty of that is I've got a guy that lives in my neighborhood that he saw me rucking, never had really thought to do it. And now I see him out there, you know what I mean? And so you can also affect your community. And so then when I do get to meet him out there with some really good, deep heart-to-heart conversations about life, where's he at? And that's what it gives you time for, is you got 3 miles of the pack on your back. It's time to think, man.
And I think nowadays, like in this time and point, you know, especially here in Colorado, trying to educate people who aren't familiar with hunting, who haven't had the experience, like coming off in a good light and telling them what it means to us, why it's important, and not just like grip and grins. Like right now is the time. I feel like it's a pivotal point, and you've seen it like from the last couple years of this, like changing of the tides and us trying to educate non-hunters.
Yep.
Like this isn't just us killing animals. Like this is a lifestyle. This is something that's really important to us. Yeah. We respect the animals. We respect the wild. Like we're more in tune with nature and understanding of how things work and why it's important, and, you know, conservation of animals and this and that. Like there's more that goes into it. And I think it takes us educating these non-hunters.
Yeah.
So then they understand and they don't look at hunting in a bad light.
Agreed, man. And I have a ton of love I get where their heart's at. Right? Like I've tried really hard to understand and go like, I get where your heart is. And I really appreciate that. I think we have the same heart for it. We just approach it differently. Mm-hmm. Right. And I think if we really could sit down and go, well, what's your end goal? You know, and if you can let go of the fact that you think it's maybe murderous, you know, and I guess there is a group of people that don't touch meat at all. And when I sit in front of somebody like that, I say, hey, then I get it. Because if you chose not to eat any meat at all, but if you eat one chicken nugget or one bacon wrapped shrimp or whatever, something died for that.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's if I choose to go get mine by hand and bring it back, there's no better food I can feed my family, you know? But I don't think we'd have that much different. I think that we've been told, especially lately politically, that we're all so different. And I just don't think we are. No. I really, really don't think we're that different.
No.
I think we just have a misunderstanding.
Yeah. It's just, it'd be like stepping in their shoes and them stepping in our shoes. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of common ground.
There's so much. And what's a trip though is like, I find that when I'm in the wilderness, I run into a lot of people that, to stereotype them, they've got the Patagucci on, and I think instantly, they're gonna not like me, and we'll stop on the trail, and they're so supportive. They love that we're out there. You know what I mean? I think that we've been given this message because there's some noisy assholes on both sides, admittedly, that they have these loud voices, and they paint this picture of of one side or the other. But I think when we're all out there in the woods, I rarely don't find common ground. Yeah. And I don't mind. I had a big bull blown out by a guy hiking with his dog on Labor Day weekend, like 8 years ago. And I wanted to get pissed, but I was like, you know what? This is his land too. You know, he should enjoy it just like he wants to. This is part of the game.
Right.
You know, I can't get pissed that his dog ran out and, you know, barked and blew my hunt. I'm down with that, right? I want him to be out here. You know, I want everybody to share this because it's about way more than just that animal. It's about being in those woods and experiencing just the beauty and just the wonder of being able to be out there on your own and taking care of yourself.
That's what they're doing too. You know, they're out there for the same,
different than we do.
Same. And I've had the same thing running into people. You know, I purposely, when I see someone who I can tell isn't a hunter, like I'm purposely upbeat and trying to be as polite and nice because I want to give them the idea of like, oh, this guy's really nice, like good person, even though he's a hunter. So I'm always like purposely going over the top out of my way,
like evangelize a little bit for the hunting community, right? Yeah.
And a lot of times people I run into, they're just interested. Like if they're not a hunter, like, what are you doing? How do you get up here? How do you get it out? What do you do with it?
You're like, that's hell. Yeah, that's pure hell. Yeah. I really do. I think that it's, I think we do have a lot more in common, and it is so important. I think, especially, you know, to touch on that mental health side for men, like I said, I think it's a big part of the solution with, you know, men and struggling mentally with. I honestly think half the struggle is being in town too much, you know, being in the truck, being in the office, and they go, I just don't feel, you know, I don't feel connected, you know, because we aren't connected, you know.
So much noise on your phone, this.
Dude, and especially
you hear all the, I mean, it can put you in a bad mood real quick if you let it. And, but when you're out there, there's nothing.
Isn't any. What about the noise that we experience in the hunting community of the grip and grin, the big horns, you know what I mean? The big antlers, the guys that, you know, it can take away from that experience too, right? You know, I do believe that it's wise to shoot mature animals if you're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like it really does hurt that young hunter when he gets caught up in the whole point of this is to go out and shoot something big.
Right.
And it's like, man, don't forget that you're out there to connect with your brothers, you know, to connect with yourself, you know, and just to get back to just something really real.
And I'll be like, there was a point in time where, you know, I was in the thick of working in the hunting industry. It almost takes away from your experience when you're just worried about like, I need to be successful this hunt.
Yeah. You need that
because like you're putting more pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
It's taking away from the experience instead of like really taking in everything around you and why you like to do it. What's the small things that you enjoy? Like, I just saw 200 elk go over that ridge. Like that's sweet. Instead of being the opposite. God damn it. Those elk are way over that ridge. Like how am I ever going to get them? Instead of, you know, you can always look at things the other way and enjoy things, making your overall experience better. Or if you're just worried about, you know, killing or, you know, what people think of you. I mean, that's what most people are is like, I want to be thought of as a good hunter, or I want people to think that I'm a good hunter because I killed X. Yeah. And that pressure takes away from
makes you a good hunter.
No.
Right. Like, I guess, I mean, it is the scoreboard sort of, but I don't think I think if you can shift, it's really hard because I'm going to contradict myself. I know, but I'll say it's conflicting truths when you talk about, yes, we do want to be successful and the balance of also taking the time to enjoy it. And I think you get so much more out of it. And honestly, like you said, that manifestation or just that energy that you put out there when you're in the woods, like, I do believe that affects the animals you see too.
Oh yeah.
I think it's weird. I think if you go, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to connect with this. I'm going to grab this dirt. I'm going to hold it in my hand and say, okay, it's me and you know, and I'm going to become part of you and it's going to be what it's going to be. I'm not going to not go hard. I'm going to go hard, but what's going to play out, whatever's going to play out here in the next, say 6, 8, 10 days, we're going to watch and see.
Yeah. I always look at it as if I give every single thing I got on that hunt.
Yeah.
I, you know, work my hardest, give it all. I can't fail. Like you've worked too hard, like something, it's bound to happen.
Yep.
An opportunity is bound to happen. Whether you execute on that is up to you. That comes down to you.
That's if you're going to pull, like we had that conversation this morning with the guys, like, okay, one of the guys he's been scouting, he has a big 6x7 he spotted. And I'm like, well, what if that like a little 4x4 walks in front of you 20 yards? He goes, I'm going to draw on it. He goes, I don't know if I'll pull the trigger or not.
Right.
You know? But you're right. It's like whether you execute on it or not, you know, that's.
Yeah. Cause I go in every hunt. I want to be mentally tough. I want to know that no matter what the outcome is, I left that hunt giving everything that I got. Because those are the hunts that I didn't give everything I got or I quit.
You still remember them today, don't you?
You hate them. You hate everything about them.
Hate yourself for it too.
It's like I quit for some stupid reason because I wanted to get back home, blah, blah, blah. And you know, those are the hunts where I look at it as like not successful.
It is. And it's hard. There's definitely, dude, man, I've had a lot of hunts where you get day 6 for me, you know. Well, day 1, I started like daydreaming about cheeseburgers immediately. Like, it's like as soon as you get to camp and you eat your first like dehydrated meal, which is I always like, they're so good, but like, you know, food, but home, especially when I've got kids, you don't have any kids yet. I'm assuming when you're in, when you have, well, for me, it was like, it's just thinking about, man, I've got my, you know, my daughter's back doing this. I'm missing that. I hope my boy's good. I hope, you know what I mean? Right. And so you start to really, it's hard. That pull home is really hard for me. I don't know about everybody else, but that for me is the biggest struggle to staying out there. When you're with other guys, it's fun, it's social. Solo is a whole different thing.
Oh, like, yeah, solo's way tougher. A solo hunt
it will take your soul for me. And I'm not good. I'm a team guy.
Yeah.
I'm a social person. I love having people around. But a solo hunt is next level.
That's the ultimate mental game.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And with that one, I've done a decent amount of solo, and I mean, those are always the hardest ones for sure, for the same reasons you're saying. It's just like, you have to stay as positive, and just like, if you start to think about like, oh, I wish I could go home. Like, I try to just don't think about that.
And you start thinking of excuses. I was on a hunt in Montana, and I ran into a biologist at the trailhead, and she's like, careful out there, because there's a mountain next to the mountain I was hunting and burned. She goes, we don't know. We think 25 to 30, you know, brown bears, grizzly bears moved off of this mountain, and there's probably some in here. And so I'm laying alone in my little, you know, nothing of a tent, and just like my knife, you know,
right?
Like going like, I guess this could be my time. And so then you start to think of excuses why. Well, it's dangerous. Maybe I shouldn't be out here. And you know, but it's a trip, man. Day 4 or 5 when you're by yourself and you're laying on the same spot, same rock, and like you make friends with the stars, which is the cool part too. Like I remember this one hunt specifically, it was like my 4th night laying there, and as the stars start to come out, you know, and it's like you realize, oh, this one comes out first and this one comes out second. And it was a cool moment for me to kind of think like, that's pretty neat. You get to the point where you start to know, like, you start to become buddies with those things. Yeah. And you think back why, like, ancestrally, like, they got obsessed with that stuff, because that's what you have to like. That's your TV.
It. Yeah. I think too, it's just the more you do it, obviously, the better you get at it. I mean, I remember the first time I went out solo, you know, you wanted to go home real quick. But
day 1, admittedly, your first night sleeping there, you're like, I don't like this. This sucks. Every little branch.
But as you do it more, I mean, it's just becoming more comfortable with being alone.
Yep.
And that's just takes time and practice.
It's hard. That's hard for me.
But yeah, I'm with you too. Like I like when I'm hunting with another person.
Yeah.
The camaraderie. I think it adds to the experience to share that moment with someone else. Like when you're successful.
Yes.
I think it adds to the experience having someone.
Oh, dude, the hugs and the high fives and the tears with your buddies. It's it's my favorite thing in the world. It really is.
The thing is, you just got to find someone who's like on your same, you know, same style of hunting.
You wouldn't want to take me with you. You can say it.
No, I would take you.
You wouldn't take me with you.
You'd be hilarious.
100 pounds difference, dude.
No.
Yeah.
As long as you keep going, that's all that matters.
That's all. Yeah, and that's true.
I don't care.
I have one of my hunting buddies your size, and I always think like, where's my face going to hit the ground when I pass out?
I don't care how long it takes you. As long as you're willing to go there and get there, doesn't matter to me.
And there's something to that, right? Like that slowing down. Actually, like I've had hunts like that. I was like, we just need to go slow. I feel like we're moving too fast through these woods.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, you know, we shot a really nice bull years ago, a quarter mile from camp, you know, and it was like, just slow down, take it easy, and be really quiet, you know. And it was one of those, because I didn't grow up hunting. So I learned from a buddy in 2012. I started, and he'd always talk. He's like, well, we don't do it like this. If you're hunting whitetail, you take 2 steps and you stop for 2 minutes and you listen. You know what I mean? And kind of describing it to me, something like that. And we were actually getting ready to go home. We're like, we're done, guys. This is And I was like, let's just jump in the river. We'll take a shower. We were 12 miles in. We'd hiked about 6 out. And we were on our way out. And I was like, let's just hunt tonight. We're here, you know? And so I was like, let's just jump in the river, shower off, freshen up, take a nap.
Yeah.
And then I just want to hunt like my buddy Jay said, like, let's just walk like we're whitetail hunting.
Yeah.
We'll cow call every 15 minutes, just one cow call. And sure as shit, it worked. You know what I mean? It was like a trail. Yeah. It's like I saw a lot of sign when we were hiking down. I was like, there was just crossings everywhere. So we went up there, hadn't seen an elk, but we saw the signs of them, and we probably got a quarter mile, maybe a half mile from camp, one little cow call, and just the biggest freaking bugle. You know what I mean? 80 yards up the trail. It's just like scream, boom. We all three split up. You know, it's like tree, and didn't make another noise. And he just came down dead nuts. My buddy shot him at 12 yards frontal, just thunk.
Oh yeah.
It was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah. And
That's
it was
awesome.
But it's just slowing down. It was a thing to learn, right? As you're out there more often, you go, sometimes it's okay to just go where you know they are and just be really quiet and slow.
I think too, just like if you need a reset.
Yeah.
Like if you need one morning, maybe just like sleep in, like if you're mentally like having a hard time or wanting to quit or whatever, maybe just like take a little time, reset. Maybe you can go back to the truck, run into town, get like a good meal.
Yes.
Kind of just like to help you get your mind right.
Recover
like
a little bit.
If it takes half a day or a day and it's going to end up being better for you in the long run, instead of just like, you probably end up quitting, you know, you probably end up leaving or going home.
If you don't give yourself a little rest.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like I had this foot surgery, so I've got those 2 new tendons in there. They're cadaver tendons. And I'm really nervous. I've rucked a ton, but the mountains are different. You know what I mean? And it's going to be different tests. But I told the guys, there's always like that spot. We have a spot we've gone quite a bit when we draw the tag. And there's always those 2 spots where we always say, like, if you just set right here for a day,
it's bound to happen.
You're going to shoot something, you know? And I told him, I was like, maybe this is that year. If I'm beat up, like I'm going to go to that spot where we always said there's always a fresh wallow here. We just never really made a play on them here, but get the wind right. I'll just go sit there for a day.
Yeah.
And just be quiet, you know? And more than like, you know, there's a damn good chance it'll happen, but it's hard because part of the reason you're up there is it's like running ridges is a blast.
Yeah.
I love it. You know what I mean? I love just like that up and over, what's in the next drainage, what's in this drainage, you know, so that's one of my favorite parts of it. But yeah, so there's always a way to, you know, to take it, you know, and to play the game.
Oh, I always recommend sitting wallows. Big wallow fan.
Oh yeah. When do you sit wallows? Is it something you like hunt in the morning and then go midday and just go sit a wallow, or are you there first thing in the morning? Or
I've always had better luck, like midday to evening.
Yeah. What's midday?
Usually,
noon?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Like morning hunt, do like a normal elk style, like run around bugling, looking for bulls.
Yeah.
Because to me, elk will drink usually early in the morning. Like they'll have water.
Yeah.
So then they'll go to bed and they'll usually get, if it's hot, especially, they'll usually come get water, you know, that midday.
Like midday, 11
or like if they're getting up evening, like the first thing they'll do before they go feed will hit water, then go feed.
Okay.
That's when I've always had the best luck.
Because there's always that 11 o'clock bull, you know, that you hear people talk about.
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, if it's hot, I mean, as many people know, elk are big animals. Like they have to drink a bunch of water.
Yeah.
And if it's hot, they don't like moving around as much.
Yeah.
So if you can find like a good water source, like it's bound to happen.
Yep.
It's bound. I have this one wallow that I have up in Wyoming that I've hunted, and I'm not shitting you. I've been there 3 times.
Yeah. 3
elk, same wallow. Like it's one of those just like you're automatic.
Now is that like where I hunt a lot, there's water everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's always been hard to nail down where's the wallow, right? Because it's like they don't have to walk very far to find a seep. In Wyoming, where that wallow is at, is it pretty dry otherwise?
Only, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like only water source in that canyon. So like if you can find...
So from an e-scouting standpoint, you kind of
you can find a wallow where there's hardly any other water, like they're gonna come
just live on it.
They're gonna come.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell.
Yeah.
Like you go up to a wallow, you can see the tracks in the mud. And
it's
like
murky, it's muddy. Yeah.
They've been there.
Yeah.
They'll usually come back eventually.
I've heard guys say like if they haven't hit it today, they might go on a cycle, but they're going to hit it.
Yeah.
Like if it's clear water, like don't be afraid to sit it because they've been there. You can tell there's tracks all around it. Give it a day, give it 2, which takes a ton of patience. It's always like, well, what's over that ridge? What's over there? Right?
Yeah. I grew up whitetail hunting, so I don't mind sitting.
You're made for sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like sitting.
But you don't have your little Debbies and your thermos of coffee like you do when you're whitetail hunting, though. You know,
I always pack pretty good food.
That was going to be my next question. I did a video last night. I'll post on my hunt, like my hunt lunch, right? Which I obsess over because it's that. Well, tell me what I don't want to get into mine. I want to hear from you. What are we packing for breakfast, lunch, dinner?
So for breakfast, I usually am not like a wake up and eat guy. Yep. For elk hunting,
it's hard in the woods too. Cause it's like 4 o'clock
early. Yeah. You're not super hungry. Like you're groggy, sleepy.
Yeah.
I'm usually,
you still feel a little funny from the peak last night. You know what I mean? So like your stomach's a little like,
Yeah. So I usually eat like mid morning when, the action stopped. Yeah. And I have, so this is clutch. So I'm like you, dude. Food for me, like I have dialed this thing in for years.
I'm so excited right now.
So I bring pre-cooked bacon, tortilla, cheese squares,
yes,
and some honey.
Oh yes.
So that's like part of my breakfast. And then I have these.
Can I get you to throw a little bit of peanut butter in there too? A little like Justin's nut butter.
I have Justin's nut butter, but I usually save that that's like my evening dessert.
Okay.
Like after I have my peak refuels. But so like my breakfast, it's pre-cooked bacon. I have a small tortilla, cheese, and then some honey. And then I have like, they're called Aussie Bites. You can get them at Costco.
Love Aussie Bites.
Love them. And dude, I found them on Amazon. They have them pre-packaged onesies.
Really? Okay.
So that was because I used to take them and then I'd put them in my own bag. Like
they're all crumbled up and smashed and
pre-packaged now. So I'll have 2 of those. Like
those sound like little nutty, sweet, but kind of packed. They've got like a chia seed or something in them too. Yeah.
I think there's like 5 or 6 ingredients, so it's not like it's super processed. Really good with coffee. Like love it with midday coffee. So that'll be.
So are we taking our stove? Because you're taking everything with you. You pack up all of camp.
Yeah.
And go.
Yeah. So my elk hunting style is I follow the elk, so I'll have my camp everything on my back throughout the day. All the time.
So you sleeping under a tarp or a little tent? Nothing.
I have a Argali one person, so floorless, like a little tiny teepee, 1-man teepee is usually what I'll use. Okay. But yeah, then for my lunch,
and I think I saw like a Stone Glacier back sleeping bag.
Yep, sleeping bag, Stone Glacier, 20 degree.
I don't fit in that thing.
What?
I was at Shields the other day.
That's the widest one you can get,
bro. The sales guy at Shields was like. I was like, this is the one I want. What's it weigh? It's nothing.
2 pounds.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's for the 20 degree.
Yeah, I mean, it's like unstoppable sleeping bag. It's great.
I can't remember if it's 20 or 15, but I mean, essentially 15 or 20 for me. I can use that from early season till like a third season.
Through the whole year. I mean,
it's
you put your down underneath it and you're good to go.
Like that's like if I were to give any recommendation for like temperature of sleeping bag, like I always say 15 and 20 is if you want versatility out of a sleeping bag.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, so he was like, you fit. And I'm like, bro, I don't think I fit. So he literally makes me lay down on the floor. I get in the sleeping bag and he's like zipping it up. And he gets like to my like midsection, chest, shoulders. And it's just like, zzz, and he barely gets it over. And I'm laying there just like stuck inside this thing. Like I can't move. And he's like looking at me like he's done something good and we're going to be good. I'm like, how am I supposed to get in and out of this thing when I'm alone in the woods, But that would be the sleeping bag. I've tried is it Peaks?
Yep.
Peaks has a really cool bag that they have an XL that I fit in.
I was going to say, because I know the Stone Glacier, as far as width compared to like normal mummy style sleeping bags, definitely wider than your standard.
It is. Yes.
That's why I like it for me personally, because I'm kind of a roll around in my sleep.
Me too.
So I like
being able to move
like,
a little bit.
Ideally, if I were to like really say the most comfortable thing to sleep with, I would say a quilt.
Yeah. With nothing.
Yeah. It's like I always sleep really good with a quilt, but they're just not.
If it gets too cold,
they're just not very
really
warm.
Hard. Yeah, it's cold.
They're hard to keep warm, but quilts are comfortable. But yeah, that's why I like the Stone Glacier, just super wide for me. I can roll around and have a ton of room in.
Yeah. Breakfast is a tortilla, cheese.
I got honey, cheese,
and an Aussie Bite.
Everyone gets weirded out by the honey. Like having a pack of honey is clutch. Like you can put that shit on whatever you want. Like I always have like a little pack of honey because it's so versatile. Tastes good.
Yeah. And I'm cheap, so like whenever I'm like going to get takeout and like whatever the condiments are that I can get, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna throw in some Cholula. They've got honey.
Oh yeah,
whatever. So throughout the year,
you got to get the sauces.
You get the sauces, and you can just put them in the lid. That who was it? Was it Trail or Brady that coined the phrase that like your lid of your backpack is like the junk drawer of your house.
Yeah, probably
you
Trail.
Know, probably Trail. I think it was Trail. And I heard him was like, dude, he's so right. Like that thing has everything you need in it, right? Yeah. It's like all your goodies live in there. But that's what I do. I just throw some mayonnaise, mustard, honey, some Cholula just in the lid. And it can change your life out there. It's dumb because it's like.
I've gone, so we'll go to my lunches. So I do, so I used to do pita bread, salami, cheese.
Yes.
And then like, I usually bring like some crackers and like some chips.
Yep.
But I switched from the pita. Now I literally just bring out sourdough.
Yeah.
So sourdough.
A whole loaf of sourdough?
Yeah, I'll just bring like 2 slices.
Yeah.
For each day. And it's not like sourdough you can get somewhere. It's not like huge bread. Like they're pretty thin, like not too heavy. Sourdough stays pretty good for a decent amount of time. Yeah. And then you got to have mayonnaise. You got to have
packet, but you can't put on the sandwich.
No. Don't put it on. Don't make anything pre-made. Don't. Yeah. Don't do any of that. So I'll do salami.
Yes, like a hard salami.
Yeah. Mayonnaise
and cheese matters. The kind of cheese, I believe. But what cheese are we using?
So I'm using a Tillamook.
Okay.
Whatever the hell it's called, and the key here. So people always give me shit. Like I've done this on antelope hunts where it's 90 degrees. People are always like, "Dude, no way your cheese stays good." I'm like, I'm telling you. You have to get them prepackaged, the small squares, so they come in their own packaging.
Yep, totally.
So that keeps them fresh.
They're good. Yeah.
And you can, like, I've had them completely melted, like, and no issues.
Yeah.
So just like the prepackaged, they're tiny little squares.
Yep.
And that's kind of like what
I do that with like the Baybells, those little round.
Oh yeah.
Like the old school, and they make all these different flavors now. So
yeah.
I throw that in as well. I like those little Baybell cheeses.
And I always say too, for people like building out their food, think of what you normally eat. Like build stuff that you like cheese, salami. Like that's the shit I eat. Like
for dinner last night.
Yeah,
seriously. When the wife's gone, I'm like, I'm gonna eat like
that's like the stuff I eat all the time, like chips, crackers, cheese, salami, bacon. Like that's stuff that I really like. So I try to. You got to stick to stuff that you like
and it's
what
all
you know.
High calorie density too, so it's good.
Right.
So mine is really similar. So I'm an everything bagel guy. I love everything bagels.
Oh yeah.
So I go everything bagel, a bunch of salami, and then I do 2 or 3 pieces of cheese on the top of it.
Nice.
I'm a Swiss guy because it doesn't get that kind of oily, greasy like it wants to melt.
Right.
And so Swiss will stay pretty good. So the harder the cheese, if you can handle the flavor, but the calories are good. But then I put nothing on it. I just wrap that up in saran wrap. I did them all last night, so I do that. And then I throw all the goodies in there. I throw jerky. I throw another piece of like that Baybell cheese. I'll do like this year. I did licorice. I did some licorices, a couple of those little chocolate bars, just stuff. And I do a tuna pack and a tortilla as well. So I pack a fairly big lunch. Oh, yeah. And I'll usually have leftovers, right? So, and I do that because like if we do harvest something that day, that's dinner too, probably. I don't mind carrying the extra half a pound, if that. Yeah. To have that food with me.
No, yeah, you got to make sure. So for my bars, I do RX bar.
Yep.
I do a perfect bar.
Something that they can go in your backpack and not crumble. Because there's some delicious ones, but they're like the wafery cookie.
In the perfect bar, everyone thinks they need to be refrigerated. If you go on their website, and it even says on the packaging, like can go up to 7 days without refrigerator. And if you go on their website, like it literally says like technically they don't have to be refrigerated. The reason why is because it keeps like the texture and like consistency of it like normal.
Yeah.
Because it'll dry out and like oil will separate.
Yeah, totally.
But like as far as like, I mean, there's 360 calories in one of those things.
Yeah.
And if you like cookie dough and shit, like it kind of tastes like cookie dough. Yeah. Like peanut butter. Like
totally. They're delicious. And that's just it. Like if you can get 350 calories, the reality is we don't need all those calories we're carrying up there. And so, I mean, I've had that where I've chased elk in the bottom of a drainage and like found like the scrap food I have in the bottom of the bag for me and the buddies. It's like, we're going to be here all day.
Oh yeah. And I
think,
of the night. I think my total calories are like 300 or 3,300
per day.
For a day.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, I will eat when I'm not even hungry. You have to eat.
Yeah.
Like I've been with guys, cameramen who maybe haven't done a ton of backpacking. Yeah. And and they think they're not hungry and they might not feel hungry, but you're
but like day 2 or 3, like if you're not feeding yourself, like day 2 or 3 is when it hits you, and then you're at a deficit.
Right.
And I think it's really hard to recover from that deficit once you hit that.
Like I'll eat my whole bag of food every day. Yeah. Like I'll if I'm not, I'll force it down just because I know like you need these calories. You're wasting way more than you actually think. Yeah. So I'll try.
Even just sitting and staying warm.
Yeah.
Right. Just sitting doing nothing. If you are just doing nothing, just staying warm burns a lot of calories. Yeah.
Because once you, like you said, once you get behind and once you're down, it can mess you up.
Yeah.
Like I've seen it happen.
Absolutely. And you know what's funny is like we're not all that different from a total calorie intake either. I don't know. Just I think that guys are like, oh, you're big, you got to take a ton more. I do just because it's fun to have the food. But I don't really think I need a ton more than a guy your size. I don't think the calorie burn. I've had guys ask me that, and I'm like, it's not actually that much different. And when I was training, doing the Olympic thing, like I track my calories on the daily, and it's not as, if you like eat 8,000 a day, I'm like, no, honestly, like I keep it pretty clean. It's a lot of protein, you know, and it's not as much as you think. I really don't think guys need to get too concerned with like, you know, I need 5,000 calories a day. It's like, you'll be okay. Yeah. Man, you know, a guy like me, it's not going to hurt me to lose a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
You know,
I think 3,500 is pretty common for right.
I think that's where most guys can live.
And I think usually 3,500 calories, you're probably looking 1.5 to 2 pounds for food. Because
your peak is like what, 1,200, you know, for a good peak meal, or Mountain House. They're about 1,200 calories in one of those. I think Mountain House are a little less, like 800, 750, which is why I like those peaks. Just they're like that extra 400 calories at night.
Oh yeah. And they're less water.
I know. It's weird. Every time I see that water, I'm like,
how
are we doing a half a cup? You know what I mean? Or, you know,
way less water. And then the treat. So I got honey stinger.
Yes.
And I do Justin's, like I usually do like a chocolate or honey peanut butter.
Yeah.
And then I put that on top of the honey stinger.
Oh yeah.
That's like my dessert.
And a big old calorie dump too, which is nice right before bed.
Yeah. That's like my my dessert.
That's your dessert at night.
And that'll knock you out. Ready to go.
Coffee in the morning?
I won't wake up and have coffee, but I'm like a midday. Like
so you
10
carry,
o'clock.
So your intention is then because you have your camp with you.
Yeah.
So you've got your stove, you got your fuel and everything, which would be really nice, right? Because I'm damn near carrying all the camp with me when I leave every day anyway, but I tend to just spike out and go.
Right.
Because I know my area really well this year. If I don't, then we'll carry camp with us to an extent. If I know the area really well, I can put myself where I'm not in the middle of the elk, but I know I'm a quarter mile to half a mile of where I'm going to
get on them.
Be glassing and getting on them, you know, and I don't mind a little.
Yeah. And I know some guys like, dude, there's like Brady, that he'll drink fucking 4 cups of coffee a day.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
He's drinking it all the time,
Absolutely.
all day long. I'm usually 1 coffee a day. And then like afternoon, if I need energy, I usually have like I'll have like an energy pack.
Yeah. There's so many of those out there now that are so good. Those little energy.
Yeah. And
that's like what, Mountain Ops or.
Yeah. And that's what I'll have for like my afternoon.
Yeah.
Pick me up.
Those guys have those guys. So they started, I think it's called Black Flag. The guys that were at Mountain Ops, Jordan and those guys, and they gave us some of their, I forget what it's called now, Revenge, I think is the pack, but that stuff's delicious too. So that's one that I've been in. They gave us some. So those are fun. Kind of.
I'm always buying.
Always chasing all the new stuff, right?
Yeah. I think I just got some on Amazon. It's called like Pure Energy or Pure Boost, something like that.
Yeah.
Supposedly it's a little bit healthier for you.
We'll see.
That's what I am like pretty. Like I do think about like I want the least amount of ingredients. I think some people take for granted like food obviously makes you feel a certain way. Yeah. Some people don't think about it. Like I've been on hunts with some people where it's like they literally just eat a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
All, like Snickers, Reese's, this and that. And I'm like, yeah, you can probably get away with it, but like you probably feel better if you're eating stuff that had some
peanut butter and some that's just real food.
Yeah, some whole ingredients instead of.
Admittedly, I'll take a Twinkie here and there.
Yeah, throw one of those in there.
Yeah, and 2 always, right? So it's like I said this in the video last night, but like if I throw in like a little something special, like I'll throw in 2 because it's always fun when your buddies are like, hey, I brought you a little, I brought you a little treat, right? And it's because I don't eat that stuff all year long, and so it is a little bit fun to. Yeah. But I've had guys like that. Just like you don't live on this trash the whole time, like you're not gonna do well out here. I mean, it is you should think of yourself like an athlete when you're out there and feed yourself like an athlete,
right? Yeah, because I mean, I feel like too as the older I've gotten, when I eat certain things, they make me feel. That's why I had to quit doing bagels. So I used to do them, but it was like too much carbs. So then I would like instantly. It's almost like your after Thanksgiving,
levels go up, and you're like, I'm sleepy now.
I almost would like fall asleep. So I'm like, all right, I can't do the bagels anymore. Just a little too much. But it's just learning experience.
Absolutely, I love it. So and then dinner, just a dehydrated something.
Oh right? And those things are delicious.
I love them.
I love
them,
dude. I could eat one right now.
I know.
I really do.
What's your favorite meal? Like,
oh man. So probably all-time favorite Peak Refuel home style chicken and rice.
Yes.
That
one's just hearty and it's
that one
good.
is so good. And then like I have a pretty like I like kind of some crazy things like yellow curry. You know,
Do you eat that Dalbot?
no, I haven't had. I haven't
I've
had
got
that
about
one.
4 of those you can have.
I haven't had that.
I do not like those.
No,
I like the curry, but that Dalbot one, I just can't do it. So I bought it like a big bulk pack, and I've got 4. I'm like, none of my buddies like.
And then like beef stroganoff's always
baby. Stroke's my favorite.
Always like a staple.
Oh God, Stroke's my
have
absolute favorite. Yep.
And then one from Mountain House that used to be like real fire. I don't even know if they do it anymore. Like how they used to do it back in the day is chicken and mashed potatoes. And you would open it up and there would be 2 full ass chicken breasts.
Yep. I remember those. Yep.
And then if you had some like, I would bring like a gravy packet.
Yeah. Okay. You beat me to it.
And then like you can kind of like make your own little seasoning. And it was fire.
Absolutely.
That one is like fire for like if you kind of want to like make your own thing out of it.
I love doing that. So I love taking those little, just the cheapy gravy packets. And then I'll take 2 bags. I just bought them of the cheap, like instant mashed potatoes as well.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll take 2 packs of ramen. And so, because there's nights when you're not terribly hungry, but you can take like one meal with a buddy, throw like some mashed potatoes in it, or you throw a ramen in there and add water. And then you have this kind of noodly, you know what I mean? And it just really packs a punch.
Yeah.
You know,
that's what I like to
a really
do for
cheap way to like take a meal. If you're splitting with a buddy and you go, okay, now I added $1, you know, and now we're both eating off this and feel really good about it.
I like the mashed potato and ramen for like late season hunts when it's cold, like ramen.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Oh,
it's so good.
For cold,
just a cup of ramen. And it's like,
hunts, dude, it is.
It makes your soul. I don't know if nutritionally where it's at, but it kind of doesn't matter. It's just like, it just feels good. Even like that midday, like I'm just gonna make a cup of ramen and just.
I mean, it's salty, which you need some sodium, so it's
salty and it weighs nothing.
Yeah.
And it costs nothing, right? That's the thing. Like these meals are expensive, you know, and it is nice to be able to kind of supplement those with like.
Yeah, I went to Sierra Trading Post and got.
Oh, that's the go-to.
They have a bunch of meals,
like $8-9 each. Yeah, $7. Yeah, it is a lot cheaper. I do that kind of throughout the year. I'll just go stop in,
load up.
Yeah, and just kind of buy what they got on the shelf. And then like this year, I didn't have to touch anything, and my tote was full, and it's still it's probably got 2 more hunts worth of food in it, you know. And it is nice to kind of like I texted my buddies, and because I had just bought a dozen arrows. And I forgot, I don't build them like y'all cool guys. I just don't have time. Like, there's only so many things you can do.
I wish I didn't. I hate building arrows. It's probably like my least favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like kind of paranoid now where I can't build them.
Yeah.
Because like, then I know like everything's exactly how I want.
Yeah.
But I hate it.
Yeah.
Just do not
it's
like
work.
it. Oh,
it is. And it's not that hard. I should just do it. But you know, I bought a dozen and then I found in my plastic, I don't know what you want, Pelican box. Because in my bookcase, there was a fresh dozen that I'd bought last year. And I was like, it's really cool when like last year, Brian didn't screw this year, Brian, and he did a good job of preparing, you know, and it's the same with meals. Like it is nice if you're doing a good job through the year of just getting ready. So that when you do get to this time, you're not scrambling for everything, you know, like, hey, I did this. I went through all of my stuff last year, over the summer, like got my kill kits. I have 2 kill kits. I just kind of keep ready with you know, I have like the space blanket I keep in there just to like lay meat on, the gloves and, you know, just the goodies. And it's like, just knowing like, okay, I'm dialed in because there's so much to think about. And it just hits you in the face when you get to the season.
Oh, yeah.
That if you can just do a little bit over the summer, just get a couple things ready, you know.
Trail, he'll do his food like the day of, like night before.
But I'd listen to that guy talk. He like takes a bar, right? He's like, well, I'll just eat a bar for breakfast.
And just like every day will just be like a different assortment of food. That would drive me crazy.
Yeah.
I can't
do it. Like mine will get the shrink wrapped in. Like I put them all in a bag, shrink wrapped them. They're all in the freezer. So I have every day's worth of food already all packaged up, like all together.
Oh yeah. The food for me is I like my routine. I like exactly what I eat. And I like to know that I have this amount for every single day.
Yep.
Dude, he'll just go to the grocery store and just start throwing shit.
Stuff peanut butter and a loaf of bread
and just start throwing stuff in there. And I'm like, dude, that would
stress me out.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
But definitely getting prepared before.
Yeah.
That's always something I try to tell myself before every hunting season. Like, this is the year I'm going to be more dialed.
Yeah.
Maybe I've gotten a little bit better, but I'm still.
Are you still making like last minute tweaks to the bow? The sight, any of that
weapon,
stuff? Are you a tinkerer?
That kind of shit, like I'm more, if I was like to say if there's one thing I'm always like way more dialed in and more concerned about, it's like my proficiency with my weapon.
Yeah.
Like I mean, because that's something I can control. Like, there's not a lot of stuff you can control on hunts, whether that's Mother Nature, this or that, other hunters. Like, there's a lot of things that are out of your hand.
Yeah.
But like me and how well I can shoot my weapon and like how dialed in it is.
Yep.
That's all you. That's all things that you can control.
How many shots do you take in a day with your bow?
Oh, I don't know. Depends.
Let's
Some
say
days,
a week actually, but I'm a big believer in
if you shoot every day.
If you shoot even 3 to 4 arrows a day, like I think that you don't have to be the guy that shoots 25. Or I had a year where I was like, I'm going to shoot 35 arrows a day. That was my goal. For sure. You know?
Yeah, I shoot every day.
Yeah.
And I'll shoot from January. For me though, that's like my like I like shooting my bow. Like
it's meditative, isn't it?
It's like I've always, that's always been like my go-to weapon of choice and what I've done the most. So I like shooting bow. So that definitely makes a difference. I'll do even not in hunting season. I like to go out and shoot. So, definitely being proficient with your weapon, whether that's gun or bow.
Yeah.
I always try to have that dialed in.
Yep.
Is best.
I think they complement each other too. I think it's really the same mechanics of just don't pull. You know what I mean? That's for me, is rest in on target and pull through the tree.
And I know there's some people out there for like archery say like, I don't need to shoot that much. Like I'm much better when I don't shoot as often. Go to it.
I think we all feel that way. I think like when I had this surgery, I'm off this year, just in general, like to have to sit literally for almost 3 months of like kind of almost can't do much of all of anything. Yeah. Like it definitely threw my routine off. But we all experienced that. It was the first time in a long time I hadn't shot for a while. And my first like 3 days out, I was like drilling darts. And it was like that when I was training as an athlete. Like your first time out, you don't have your bad habits as much.
Right.
But you tend to remember the good things you've anchored on. So it's true. Like you do come out like day 1, 2, and 3 and you shoot pretty well. For me, I find that it's like, then you have this like slump if you're starting over where it's like, oh, I lost it. And now you've got to like retrain yourself to not, because those bad habits do eventually show up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just like the muscle memory. Like I want it to be where I can like close my eyes. Like I've done this thing so many times. Cause that's what happens when that bull or mule deer steps in front of you. It's pure muscle memory. Yeah. It's all just like the thing that you've done and practiced for so many, like it's automatic. Like you don't have to think about certain things. And you're more likely to be more consistent in those situations. Obviously, if you practice more is always been my motto with archery and stuff.
Anything. Well, that's everything, right? We've got, dude, you got stuff to do. I kind of just time warped, buddy.
No, I still got
I looked at the clock. It's too much fun.
I still got some time.
Nice.
I'm sure. We can keep shooting.
We'll keep shooting the shit then. What's the biggest mistake you've ever made in the woods?
Biggest mistake. Let's see. I would probably say, I mean, it's always like, I would say that the biggest mistakes I always remember, like right during crunch time, like the animals coming in.
Okay.
Whether that's somehow I drew back my bow too early or too late, spooked the animal, like arrow popped off my. I've had first elk hunt I came on over the counter tag. My brother and I come out here. Sitting in a tree stand, drawing your bow back, like there's not a lot of moving parts. Like the deer's coming down this trail that you've had ranged for the last 2 months.
Yeah, it's like 42, 36.
But like 12, elk hunting, it's a lot of like improv, right? You can't. They're coming from all sorts of different directions. You don't know where they're going to be, how they're going to stop, what you're going to do. So it was like went out there. We got on a herd of elk. Just gave like one cow call, raghorn, bust off right at us. And I'm like behind this.
And you're
tree.
From Iowa, first year public land. You're shooting the raghorn.
Oh yeah,
he's dying. Yeah,
and this thing runs 1 foot, like 2 feet from me. Yeah. I go to pull back, hit my release, arrow goes thunk.
Oh no!
I was like,
oh, you actually pulled the trigger on accident.
Yeah, I had like a thumb button.
Drawn, he goes, yeah.
So like most of my like biggest mistakes are obviously around like the shot and what I did before or what I did after.
Yeah,
whether that's. There was one time I had a bull, and I was standing full draw, no clear shot, didn't end up getting a shot. And then as I'm sitting there thinking about like what happened, what went wrong, I realized like I was just planted there. If I would have taken a step back, just like full draw, just like moved backwards.
Yeah.
Would have had a clear shot.
Had a clear shot.
Like small things like that, like at that point of, I'm about to kill this animal. I think is where I've probably made like the most mistakes that I like regret the most because obviously when you're that close to like the goal that you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And then,
like I can feel my heart rate going up as we're talking about, cause I can see that. And it's like that. How do you, as we visualize slowing down that moment.
right.
Right. And every failure you look and you go, if I'd have just done, I had a bull in Montana last year where like 8 cows had come up, the same thing. And it's like, I know this bull's going to do the same thing. He's going to come up here. He's going to stop at that opening. It's 45. And then they're going to come to 25. And they all did it. I'm like, this obviously I'm going to take the 25. And in hindsight, he came up like bulls do, came to the 45 opening and turned directly away from me when he got to the 25 opening and just didn't give me a shot. But just that slowing down that moment and going, okay, visualizing all the scenarios. And old hunters, I got my buddy Jay, he's just good. Like he just can do that. He can slow down and he just sees it all. Right. And I know I'm not, I wish I was as good, but I'm not. Right. And big game hunting, archery, especially with elk hunting, you don't get the at-bats.
No.
It's hard to go like, how do I visualize this moment when, in a good season? I mean, there's guys that are killers that are interacting all the time, but the reality is there's times when you might only have 2 interactions,
right?
3 interactions in a couple of years, maybe, and, I think we are in a community of men that hunt a lot and they're getting a lot of at-bats, but I think most people, they aren't, right? Especially if you're coming from out east where it's like, you might only get to come out here every 3 years for 6 days. And that's a lot to take away from your family. And to have 6 days in a 6-day, unit you're not familiar with, you might get one good opportunity in elk.
Yeah.
And so in a decade, you get 4 tries. And then, how do you visualize that? How do you take it all in when you only get that many tries? And so it's a tough thing to put you in that moment.
Yeah. And I would say that probably for like the biggest mistake, if I could just like put, something around that, it'd probably just be like not being prepared, whether that's in the shooting situation where I hadn't, for me nowadays, my goal is I have practiced every single shot scenario, whether that's on my knees, moving, holding for a long time. Like I practice all the scenarios that has ever happened to me before. Yeah. So when I'm out in the field, I'm never taking a shot that I've never taken before. Yeah. Like I've never done this before.
Right.
Like everything I've done
been here.
Yeah. I've done this. I've been at full draw, taken 2 steps forward. And I even practice, like I stop the animal, however that is.
Absolutely. Oh yes. Yep.
Because I used to not even do that in practice.
Anything, right?
Because it throws archeries, like it's a lot of timing. So how you're going to go through that execution when you make a noise and like those certain things.
And you got to move your head do you have to move your head a little bit away from your anchor point?
Yeah. Like if you're going to stop,
right. And now you're back. Now you got to find your anchor spot again. Yeah. You're like, oh shit.
So like for me overall, like if there's been ever any like major mistake that I've ever had, it's usually just not being prepared, whether that's in my gear, whether that's in my shot execution.
Yeah.
Like it all boils down to not being as prepared as I should have been for that situation. Yeah. Is kind of it.
Absolutely. Something I started doing was just like ranging every shot, even if I know I'm at 40 or 45, pull out your rangefinder, pull it, put it back. And a little tip I gave you guys last year was like rest, if you can, rest it on, like for me, I snuck in on a mule deer 2 years ago. I was shaking so hard. I was so excited that I couldn't range him. Like I was like, my hand was just like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so it's just like that habit of like taking my bow or something, an anchor point, anchoring my rangefinder so I can actually get a good range. And not everybody has that. Maybe other people are like, no, man, I'm cool as a cucumber. And I usually am. Like, I don't get too buck fevery, but for some reason that was just like, I've dreamt about, I'd never shot a mule with my bow. And it was like, that feels to me way harder than an elk. I don't know why, but something about it has just been this thing for me that I go, it feels impossible.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was just on the Go Hunt podcast last week, and I said that like Trail was asking me about like, if you were to talk to elk hunters, like what would be the biggest advice? To me, I said range finding is a lot more important. Like I said, I'm willing to spook elk if I don't have a good range. Like I would much rather have a good range than not range at all.
Yeah.
And you're big. A lot of times the reason why you miss or have a bad shot is because you didn't have a good range.
Yeah.
And there's definitely enough opportunity to when an elk's coming in that you can get a for sure range without spooking it. Yep. I'm not saying like if it's sitting right there, like putting your hand up and down, but
right? There's a range,
Yeah.
But when it's out there, like say 50 to 70.
Yeah. Making sure you have a good range. Like,
I think you range and dial, or are you shooting like a 5-pin?
I shoot a 5-pin.
Yeah.
So I've shot them all. So I've shot single pin, I've shot double pin, and then I went to 5-pin. for me, just elk, mule deer, I'll dial. Spot and stock, I'll dial.
Yeah.
And if I have the opportunity, I'll dial. Like if I can get an exact range and I have time to dial, I'm always dialing because I want that close to precise, as accurate as possible. But for a lot of times, elk, they come in at 20, they come in at 30, they come in at 40, they're running, they're chasing, they're moving.
Yeah. And you think they're going to come through that, but he's done a loop and then it's like you thought he's coming at 40, next thing you know, he's at 12.
And it's always a guessing game. And it's just knowing your pins, knowing your pin gaps and like what to shoot things for. I found for elk is a lot easier than having to like worry and dial. But yeah, like when I see elk coming in, like like my main focus is ranging. Like I'm range. Every opening, range. And like I'll wait till like I have pretty much the exact idea of where he's going and what the range is going to be
before you put that rangefinder
on. Yeah. So to me that's really important. I think too is like it gives me that confidence.
Yeah.
Like it gives me that confidence to know like I know the exact range. Like I can make that shot. Versus I think he's 45.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of like it puts a question in your head. Versus I know he's 45.
Yeah.
I know I can
Settle
make that
in,
shot.
Draw back.
So,
Gap him, whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's I'm just sitting here. I'm just getting so excited right now. Like
it's like this time of year.
Because we're like 5 days away from like, the trail.
And I was just telling my wife, I'm like, you can feel it. Like you can feel fall coming. Like there's just like that.
Yesterday was the first day I got text from buddies and they're like, it's here.
You can just feel that little crisp.
Yes.
Like starting to come in the air. Like before, it's still summer. It's hot. Like it doesn't ever really cool down.
Yeah.
And then there's like, I don't know, it's probably for every hunter. You can just start to feel it building up.
Oh, and then you start to get your buddies. It's funny, man. Cause like it's, some of my buddies right now, we got guys out antelope hunting right now. And just, I wake up in the morning and like, I'll be drinking my coffee and the sun's coming up and I just can't help but go to where they are in my mind and go, I bet Colin is probably got something glassed up right now. Maybe he's making a stock. And it's just hard not to think about your buddies out there as that sun is rising or the sun's setting. And I'll look and I'm like, oh, he's got 10 more minutes with shooting light, and it's like, that's just where your head just goes. You're just deep in it at this point.
Oh yeah. It's just ready to go.
I freaking can't wait. I just want to jump out of the chair now and go shoot, dude.
And to me, it's always, hunting season to me goes so fast. Like leading up to it, you're just waiting.
And you hate to like wish away summer.
Yeah.
I hate, because I love summer.
Yeah.
I despise February, but like, I love summer, but it's like, there's a point where you're like, I can't wait.
Yeah.
To get out there. Although like right now, I wish I had another month. Like I'm feeling ill prepared. You know, what would you recommend? Like if I called you and said, hey, like I need some advice, man. I'm just not like, I had an injury this year. I'm getting there. I feel like my shooting's okay. My conditioning's okay. Packing, whatever. I've got my stuff packed. Like, where do you focus, man? Like last minute, you got a week, it's almost go time. What I've been doing is like, my goal has been like 300 box steps a day. You know what I mean? And then I ruck every day and I might do a little bit of other lifting and then shooting as much as I can.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. But what would you tell a guy that's like, hey?
Yeah, I would say any amount of conditioning you can do, even if you haven't done shit, like, even a week before, like any
you can
amount.
Improve a lot in 3 days. Like I always say that in mountains, like day 3, like your mountain legs just appear.
Yeah.
And you feel like a just like sinewy son of a bitch. You know what I mean? Like you go down and take a shit and it's like, you look at your legs after day 3 and like, wow, baby, look at these things. Like veins are popping and you've lost, so 3 days are going hard. You can improve a lot.
Oh yeah. That's what, like people coming from out east, out west, or maybe whatever, like you're saying injury or something, like even if you have a little bit, like a little bit can help. As far as
every little bit helps, right?
Physically being in the best condition as possible for the hunt, I think it's a big thing for me. Like I work out every day, I rock, I lift, I do as much as possible because I know like for me to hunt as hard as possible and to do what I want to do, like I need to be physically and it just helps you mentally. Like you've done it before, you've been there, you've had to push yourself. You've been tired.
And the ruck is a must. I always tell guys like, well, what do you do? Do you lift? I'm like, dude, if you can't do anything else, wear your pack out because there's nothing that replaces the feeling of that pack on your back. Oh yeah. All day long.
Yeah. Right? Different muscles and And then the other thing I would say is just, be proficient with your weapon. Yeah. Like I think too many people wait. I go to the Fort Collins archery range year round. I'm there all the time and it's funny. Yeah. Like this time of year,
all of a sudden everybody shows up.
Packed.
Yeah.
Like you should have You should be here 2 months ago.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So yeah, trying to be as proficient as
and even
possible
little things I noticed the other day, like I forgot to dial back. I was out at like 75 yards shooting, and I went and got a drink, kind of cleaned up my arrows. And I was like, I'll shoot from behind this tree at 40 just to get a feel, and I forgot to dial back. You know, and it's like, oh yeah, I haven't done enough of that, like moving and dialing in, dialing out, reset. Right. You know what I mean? And I forgot. And it's like boom, dirt pile. You know what I mean? Yeah, buried an arrow. And that's like good. And I was grateful for the moment, right? Because like that's what we're here for. So now I've had it in my mind this week, like, all right, dial back every time. You know, check our amount of my, because I dial to my 0 is 40. You know, so I actually have my pin set 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and I shoot off my 40 pin. So when I dial the center. I dial off my center pin as my dial pin.
For sure.
And so, and I like the 5 pin as well for the exact same reason. It's just there's so many times where you just don't have the time. Yeah. You know, do you think they might come, or if a bull's chasing, you know, he can cover 20 yards.
Oh, no time.
In nothing, right? And so it's like range again. It's one less thing you got to do. But yeah, so for me, it's like that. Those habits when I'm shooting is just, you know, range, dial, you know, arrow, knock, all the things. Or the arrow's already knocked, right? You're always walking around with it loaded.
Yeah, and that's stuff that you can practice. Like that's stuff you can control. That's
even in your garage, right? You don't have to have a range. You can just do it at 5 yards.
If there's things that you can control as a hunter, I like to focus on those, because when you're out there, there's a lot that you can't control. Like there's no practicing it. There's nothing you can do besides just being out there giving it your all.
Absolutely.
But like shooting your weapon, being in physically good condition, mentally being as strong as possible, like that's all stuff that you can build up and control.
Is there anything you can do for the mental side? Like a buddy of mine, Danny Bolton, that's out in Hawaii.
Yeah, I know.
You know Danny. You know Danny? Oh, yeah. And so he challenged me that he's like, all right, 4 arrows, 1 breath. Right. And so it's like you catch your breath, and he's a deep sea diving fisherman. So it's like, shit, he could probably shoot a dozen, but you know, taking 1 breath, all right, and you got your arrows, and it's like boom, and it puts that. It's a great way to put that same pressure on yourself. Yeah, that you feel like, you know, like I can't breathe, and there's a bull in front of me. It's that. It was a great tip for me.
Oh yeah. For me, mentally, like to be as mentally working out, obviously is and mental toughness is definitely a thing that you can get better at. That's like the beauty of it. Like
absolutely. I wish you were here. My brother, who's usually in the studio with us, he just can't be here today, but he just finished 100-mile.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ultra, you know, and I'm not built for that, but you know, those guys, stuff like that, where you go like, I'm going to find the deep, dark corners, you know,
and it's getting out on the other side, realizing you can do it, you know, so when you're faced with adversity on hunt, cause you're going to have that
That's
happen.
Why we're out there. We want the adversity. Like the whole point is to put yourself at odds with the relationship with that is like, I'm probably going to fail. Yeah. That's what drew me to it. Right. It's like, I wanted something where the odds were not in my favor.
100%.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just try to do something hard every day. Something you don't want to do, something you don't like to do, something that's hard. Do it. See what it's like when you get on the other side. Then you start to build that confidence, you know, that you can do hard things and get through it. I mean, just being mentally tough, because I mean, that's a lot of it out there.
So
on backcountry hunting. Yeah. It's a lot of,
and you find some pain, dude. Like your feet start to hurt so bad, and you know what I mean. It's just like all those little things of like you're blistered up now. Your knee starts to crack for some weird reason, you know, because I'm 45, you know, and you're like, I'm falling apart out here.
I mean, you have to
you're
think,
not going to die.
if you're on a week-long hunt. Yeah. And when you are successful, that's probably 10 minutes of the whole entire hunt.
Yes.
From the opportunity that you had, and then you made it work. Yeah. And executed a shot. That's probably like a span of 10 minutes. Yep. So if you add that up in the entirety of a week hunt, 97% of the time is shit.
Yep. It is
not happening.
It's hard.
It's not working.
And you're covering, what are you covering per mile? Like per day? What do you think you do? Maybe 10 miles?
Like an elk hunt? Yeah. Yeah. Like backcountry elk hunt is like a 10, 12 miler.
Every day.
Mule deer to me is more mentally, because you're sitting and glassing. Yeah. Like elk hunting, I'd say it's more physical. Yep. Mentally, like a physically mental. Yeah. Whereas mule deer is like a patient mental. Right. Where you're just kind of sitting, you're glassing. It's not really as physically demanding. I mean, when you go in a stock, but a lot of times you sit in glass. Yeah. Like you're just sitting there glassing. Yeah. And then when you do get a stock on, because you're probably stocking them kind of, they're bedded down after 11. They're like, okay, they've settled in. They're going to stay in that spot. They're under a rock or a tree. Yeah. And so now the point is it really like trying to find the wind and you make your move, and then you're sitting there for, Yeah, who knows?
On your knees for 2 hours, right. 3 hours, waiting for him to go, maybe I'll stand up now.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that would be nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Oh, it's the whole
It's
thing.
absolutely a blast, though, too.
That's what you live for.
Yeah.
That's it. Just just to get that crack.
Yeah.
Just that sliver of opportunity.
Yep.
To make it happen.
Yep. So, yeah, I think like that, that a guy's got, and it's horrible to talk about because we should be prepared. But I every year, there's been a couple years where I'm like, I'm ready. You know what I mean? Like I've been running, rucking. I'm just ready to be a mountain freaking goat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And, but typically I'm like, I could be in better shape.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm being on my ego, if I let it go, I say like, I could have done more, you know? And it's always that way. Like I said, you know, it's hard not to reflect back, especially if successful seasons, whatever. You never really reflect on a successful season. Right. But like when I was doing the Olympic thing and I never made a team and I tried three different, 4-year windows and you fail. For me, it was always failure. And you look back and you go, I could have done more. You know, I could have gotten another inch out of this and I could have gotten another inch out of that. And it's always, my fitness, my nutrition, my mental game, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Visualization, recovery, I could have done better. You know?
Yeah. Stretching.
Right. And I would rather squat 450 100 times than stretch.
Oh, stretch.
I'm the worst,
And I have like no flexibility, so I need to stretch.
Yeah.
And the older I get, injury prone is and I've had problems from just like
tight hammies.
Yeah, shit like that where it's just like if I would stretch more, it'd probably help a lot of my problems.
And it wouldn't be that hard. I mean, you can watch a movie and stretch the whole time.
Stretch, roll, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah. I've been working that in, not me, my guy, Adrian at Ridgeline Athlete that writes my workouts. A lot of his workouts really are sort of at mobility. He's incorporating all of it in because he knows I'm an idiot. Most of us are. And our whole team really runs off of his workouts. And he does a good job of adding that like, deep kind of like long lunge movements and hip opening. And, because he's like, Colorado is basically one giant deadfall, so your hips are dying because you don't get to just walk in a line. I mean, not all of it. I mean, when they were running that ultra, my brother and my good hunting buddy were out there and Joel was just, he told me, he's like, dude, there's no deadfall. You can just walk wherever you want out there, just nothing. Durango area.
Oh, Durango.
It wasn't Leadville. It was in Durango. Yeah. Leadville's an invite deal. So you have to have run a couple. And I think my understanding is you have to get invited to that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You have to qualify like a little bit Boston Marathon-esque.
Gotcha.
So you have to be, in it. And a lot of the guys, everybody, like a lot of my hunting buddies have done those, the 100 milers kind of a thing. But I think to get into Leadville, it's an invite type deal.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hunted 49 last year.
Yeah.
At archery elk tag. So
yeah, it's beautiful country, dude.
No deadfall there.
No.
I swear it's like you get a limited entry unit. It's like, what the hell?
It's like they clear it out for you. Like this is
it's
where
like this is the
rich
best.
people go. Yeah, exactly.
Easiest walking. I mean, it is steep and it's
but
13,000
is one thing. But if you don't have to think as much, like it isn't like this part of the state where you like look forward and you go, I don't see any way I'm going to get up this hill right now.
No,
it is just toothpicks laying everywhere.
Deadfall everywhere.
It's horrible. I hunted New Mexico a couple years ago, and that is like, oh, it's beautiful, dude. There's not a whole lot of big rocks. It's like just easy. Oh, I was like, this is heaven. And there's bulls.
Yeah.
It's like bugles everywhere. And you're like, where did I just go? This is amazing compared to the shit I've been hunting in,
I know. I'm always thrown in for New Mexico. I've only hunted it once.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you got to keep tossing your hat in there.
You got it every year, right? Yeah. Like that's one of those that every year you throw in. And it's just, it's a beautiful, I got to hunt the Gilas. I paid to play on that one. I got an invite from a buddy. I won't say his name, but he got a substantial amount more money than I do. And he said, hey, do you want to come hunt us in New Mexico? And I was like, sure. And then I get a text like 3 months later. I kind of forgot I said yes. He's like, cool, you can send a check for X number of dollars to this address. And I was like, holy shit. And I had to go, like, I was in my basement, I was working, and I had to go upstairs, like, hey, babe, here's the deal, like, I'm really sorry. And I already said yes to this. And so I'll make it up to you somehow. But that's the thing with those. I mean, if you have the dollars, you can get in some pretty cool access to some spots.
For sure.
It was still public land, right? Yeah. But we bought some landowner tags in New Mexico and went out. So I didn't shoot a bull. I was the only one out of 6 guys in camp.
Oh.
Yeah. I missed on a nice bull.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. And I got in on like 3 or 4 others, passed a couple little like rag horny bulls. But just, I was the only guy. And there was there were masters in that camp. So it's okay, you know.
Right.
But I learned a lot. Like I got to be in camp with like a Wayne Endicott who owns the bow rack out in Oregon, and him and his wife there, which is absolutely most wonderful people. And so I got to learn a lot to get to go, like just go sit next to and hunt with those guys and just hear, because I still consider myself a rookie, and getting to listen to just what they talk about in camp, right? What are we doing tomorrow? You know, and as soon as they say that, I'm like, okay,
what do you got?
What's he got to say?
Yeah.
Like, how did they see this hill compared to how I see it? And what am I learning from them, you know? So,
100%. Yeah. And even just being in like areas like that where there's a lot of elk.
Yeah.
To understand elk language.
And that's just it. You get those at-bats in an area like that, which is so nice, right?
Yeah.
To like, you learn so much about when to move, when not to move, how to approach them. One thing I learned is like, just how fast when you hear a bugle, you think, and you can pretty well, okay, it's maybe 300 yards out, but how fast they'll cover that 300. Like you think, okay, I'm going to try and split the difference and I'll meet him in the middle. Like not happening, right? Yeah. They're going to be in, like, I busted twice. I was like, all right, I'm going to move and I'll get in. The next thing I know, like from me to you,
right
like,
there. Oh shit.
Like, oh shit. You know what I mean? He's right. He's already here. So that was really nice to get those reps.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Learned a ton.
Yeah. And it's good to, what I always tell people too, it's good to, you know, try to go out every single year, whatever you want to do, elk, mule deer. It's like you're always learning more. Yeah. So then when you do get an opportunity like that, where you have like a once in a lifetime tag, like you're able to capitalize, and you know, you're not just like completely not knowing what you're doing out there.
Absolutely.
Kind of thing.
And even how to judge a bull. Like I messed up. I drew the Manti unit in Utah, which is a great bull tag. Like probably 5-6 years ago. And I, like I said, I'm still a rookie, but I was definitely a rookie then. And my buddy was with me and he's like, you're going to shoot a big bull out here. They're big. And I passed on bulls that in hindsight now, like obviously I wish I had shot. But even learning how to like know which one to choose and which one to shoot. And it's just, man, it's just killer. Right. But I've done the opposite and bad into that too, where I had a year where I got New Mexico, Montana, and Colorado bull archery tags, you know, and just I put my schedule too full, you know, and so now you're running across the country trying to do it all, and I wasn't really in one place. Right? I didn't really get all the way into like one unit, you know, and so
that's what I learned.
I messed that up too. Was trying to do too much.
Yeah, I've learned exact same thing.
Yeah,
and you ask Trail, you ask Brady, you ask anyone who you know has done a lot of hunting.
Yeah,
like they would rather have, you know, 3 really good tags with like a decent amount of time in between than have 6.
And like 3 archery elk tags.
Yeah.
And you got
it's like
4.5 weeks to get it done.
Yeah. Cause I mean, it allows you, you know, you can do some scouting, you can, you know, really learn it, you know, spend the time that is needed to like be successessful.
Yep.
And get the best out of it. I've had the same.
It's tough. Cause when you go from trailhead to trailhead, like I was like, that was like New Mexico, drove straight to Colorado, got on the trail, hike in 7 days there. And I'd already done 5-6 days in Colorado. So I was in Colorado for 5-6, New Mexico for 7, back here for I think 6 or 8, and then to Montana for another. Actually, I didn't finish the Montana hunt. I shot a bull like right in his armpit skin. You know what I mean? He was bedded and I just screwed it up. And I was so low and I was just so mad. I called a buddy and I was pissed. He's like, dude, we're going to fish the Snake River and got a spot in the boat. And I was like, I couldn't pack my shit fast enough. I was like, I'm out of here, dude. Yeah. You know, and I regret that today.
Yeah.
But at the time I was trying to do too much.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, mentally it just wear you down.
I was toast.
Yeah.
I was shot.
You want to be able to give everything you got for each hunt. So I like to like space them out to where I have like at least a week in between.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ideally more, but sometimes
if you can,
like here in Colorado, like if you want to do a high country deer hunt and then you want to hunt elk, like you're going to hunt a lot in September.
Yeah. That's your September, right?
Is
that a rifle tag? Because that's a rifle tag. If you that high country, are you going to hunt rifle or archery?
It's archery.
It's archery.
Yeah. Archery tag. Yeah. So like I'm going, you know, first 10 days of September and then
where are you at for archery elk then?
And then hopefully archery elk, it's in Colorado too. And I'm going to do 20th through the 30th.
Okay.
Just do the last
10 days.
So then that way I have like a little bit of time in between.
Yeah.
Get some stuff in
order.
order.
You'll have like 8-10 days to kind of recover.
Get your mind
right. Work.
Yeah. And usually that's good enough to get your mind right. And then like you're excited to go back out again. Cause I've done it before like you, when it's not enough time in between and you're not excited to go.
It's like your drive. Like what you've got is your drive.
Because you don't want it to become like work.
It felt like work when I was trying to stack.
You want it to be fun.
And I'm glad I did, right? Yeah. It's like Yeti did a video with it was like Jimmy Buffett and some other guys. It was tarp, a tarp fishing. And there's a quote, I forget his name, the author that's in there. I feel really bad. But he says, like, how are you gonna know what's how are you gonna know what's enough if you've never gone or you've never had too much or something like that. Basically I interpret it as if you've never looked over the edge.
Right.
You don't really know where it's at.
Yeah.
Right. And so at some point I think you should, if you've got your family. I can't believe I'm still married after that. Like she kind of gave me the whole like lesson. Maybe we don't do that again. Yeah, like, you've been gone for 32 days straight.
That's a lot.
Not cool. And it wasn't cool for me either. Right. But I think at some point it's fun to push yourself a little bit like that and go.
Got to find out somehow. Find
out how long, or even staying in the woods. Like for me, kind of 8-10 days is kind of that top end where I want to be completely deep and with just nothing but my food I can carry in.
Yeah.
That's a long trip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like to tell people, look, cause you get the question, like, how long should I go out?
Yeah. I was going to ask you that.
Ideal window, I would say, is 10 days.
Yeah, I agree. 10 days where you're going to figure out their patterns.
10 days is going to give you your best opportunity. I feel like, you'll get a crack at them.
At what point? So 1 to 10, when do you feel like, okay, now you get lucky, you stumble in it, like it just comes together. But if we're talking just normal.
Oh, it's always like 3 days.
3 days is where
3 or 4 days. Like now, you're almost like at your halfway point.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I kind of got some shit figured out here. If I haven't done like any scouting, brand new area, or it's like when I lived in Vegas, every single hunt, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Like I was just going into this place completely blind.
Right.
And if you don't, you need enough days. That's all.
Right.
A lot of the times, all it is time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you have time on your side, like it's going to happen eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Sooner or later, something will go your way. So I always like to tell people like around 10 days.
Yeah.
Because it seems like, I don't know, even like last year, I was in a limited entry. It took me 9 years to shot it on the 9th day.
Yeah.
Probably actually it'd been like,
that?
Yeah, it'd probably been like the 12th day because I went opening weekend too. Like it just takes a lot of time, even when you're in a good unit.
Yeah.
But I was passing like small bulls, but you know, it's just, it seems like that's how it always goes.
Right.
Just need a little bit more time.
Totally. Yeah. I think that's true here too. And one thing I'm going to do this year is, I'm only going in like 4 days after the season starts, but I'm going to go do a dry run opening day just close to home here because my tag's fairly close, but I'll drive about an hour and just go. I'm just going to go drive up early in the morning. Probably won't see anything. I don't really intend to kill anything. Just kind of shake the rust off a little bit before I go up and I'm up for 10. So I'm just going to go up, just do a quick day hunt, kind of just run through the gear, have the pack, you know what I mean? And just kind of feel it all out.
Oh, definitely recommend that for sure.
Yeah, like even if you have to fake it, right? Just fake it and go to the woods.
Yeah, scouting trip or get out there beforehand just so you can be like, oh shit, I need this.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot this. I
need to fix this. This has been broken since last year.
Yep.
All that.
Yeah, that one buckle on your pack that you forgot you broke, but Yep.
All those small things.
Yep.
Definitely. Yeah, I try to do I'll usually try to do like 1 or 2 weekends of where I'm like overnight scouting or something like that. And that
it's a camping trip. Anyway.
Yeah, right. Definitely helps with making sure your gear is all in order.
Yeah.
And the other thing I'll say, this is one thing I've learned. So if you have a family or you like to do like normal camping where you're not hunting, completely separate gear. Do not overlap the gear.
Don't overlap your gear. Okay.
Do not overlap your gear. I've made that mistake where it's like, oh, where the hell is this?
Yeah. Where's my headlamp?
I went camping with my wife last weekend and I brought that shit with me.
Pack.
Yeah. It's like, keep that separate. Like I don't take any of my hunting gear is hunting gear, not camping gear.
Yeah.
Like I'm not taking that.
I like that.
Because you start mix and matching. It's just like, you end up losing shit. Stuff will break faster. So I try to keep them completely.
I like that a lot.
So I have like normal camping,
the family gear, and then the hunting gear. Yeah.
So like my headlamp stays in my pack. It doesn't ever leave.
Yeah.
I don't ever have to know where it's at because I don't use it for anything else.
You don't touch it for anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of
I love
that's my one tip.
There's the tip.
Keeping the gear organized as possible.
Dude, nice. Dude, that's good. You've got time. You've got stuff to get to. I appreciate you a ton.
Heck yeah, man.
as you kind of push on, your pursuit, just remind us one more time before we get off the mic here, just where we can find you, how we can support you, and just, all that good stuff.
So probably the best place is my Instagram. That's what I'm on the most. So CJ Neville 24. If you just type in Chris Neville,
yeah,
it
popped up for me.
Pop up. So yeah, Instagram. I have
and everything's linked there. I saw that today.
Yeah, link to to the stove company that we're working on, some of my merch if you want to check some of that.
And so in the meantime, just kind of follow, and then whenever you do have that full drop, we'll see it on Instagram.
Yeah. And we have our Instagram page up right now too, Rough Ridge Stove Co. if you want to check that out as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all my stuff's on my Instagram. If you have any questions, I answer a shit ton of DMs and more than happy to
DM and just look forward to getting that. Yeah. And just a reminder, your stoves will replace, if I'm looking at my pack today, it's going to replace
jet boil.
My jet boil.
It's going to replace,
and my cup.
Yeah, it's going to replace
my spoon.
Yeah, so it's going to be a titanium pot, stove, wind guard, spork, fuel canister.
All in one.
Yeah.
There.
Everything.
Does it live? How's it close up? Is it in like a little bag? Is it in
all lives? Everything lives inside your pot.
Okay, nice.
So
pot has a lid.
Pot has a lid. Lid that actually stays on.
Yeah,
that's my biggest thing with my.
How does the pot stay on the burner?
So we have. I can't give too much stuff because we're still working on the pot. Like there's some things we have to like make sure before we can say like publicly.
Yeah,
but we have things specifically made for the pot with the wind guard on, so it marries up with the stove.
Yeah.
And without the wind guard, we have specific things that we've built into the pot to make it be more secure.
Yeah, because there's no flat spots up there. You know what I mean? Like
on the stove.
Yeah.
And so everything will pack inside your pot. Pot has handles.
So you can use like coffee cup,
coffee cup,
whatever.
Yeah.
And
the idea is we don't want to be losing shit anymore. Like the spork.
I know. Oh, bro.
Always losing the spork.
Always.
Never know where the hell the spork is.
I always take two because I do, and it's just like...
Because like when you pull out your camp kitchen, like you want everything right there together. Like you don't want to be digging around in other places to find stuff. Like, so you pull our system out, everything.
You're ready to roll. Yeah.
You're going to be, ready to light up.
Dude, real quick, and you might not know, I saw a post somebody did on just the fuel canisters, and there's like this diagram on the side, and it has like... I always thought it was like how much is in there, but it was in relation to just putting it in the water
to see how full it is.
And so you can just put it in any body of water, and you can tell by how high it floats.
How full it is, yeah. And they also have nowadays.
It's like one of those things. Like,
right?
How did I not know that? Because I was like, well, how much? I mean, you kind of shake and you go like,
oh yeah, you never know.
All right, it's got a little in there.
Yeah, and there's also they have like adapters too, to like where you have some that have like a little bit of fuel in it.
Yes, I have
connect
those.
it up.
That's my favorite, dude.
You
can go a little too hard though. I put a big one. I had it in the window, and the sun was hitting the one on top, and so I think it like got real hot, or not, at least warmer, and that differential pushed. And I started a fire in camp because I had topped off the little one. Because I do that. I have one's like rusty, and I just refilled him for probably 3 years. I just bought it off of Amazon. I'm sure there's probably but it worked. I don't even know. I could show you the brand. It doesn't matter. It's a pretty easy technology, right? It's just a valve that lets it flow one way.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I had a question for you. Shit, what was it? It was around fuel. Because I think that's a really cool tip. Have you ever done any like real kind of looking at like, okay, X number of like this fuel canister, you'll get this many boils out of it? I'm sure you've messed with that a bunch comparing yours to other stuff. Yeah,
I've done a shit ton of testing. So there's a lot of variables with cook systems. So like altitude, temperature, how efficient your system is.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of outside variables with just like the environment that can affect. So like it can change.
Yeah.
But for us, efficiency is important because fuel canisters the heaviest thing that you carry.
It is. That's what I'm getting at.
So making sure that you have the most fuel efficient system possible is really important. So building things that work together.
Yeah.
Like our stove fits perfectly to our pot. Yeah. Making it more efficient, more resistant against wind, like certain things like that.
Not just saving on the way to the actual stove, but saving on the like how much fuel you need to take.
And then also we have a fuel regulator built into our stove.
Okay.
So that allows you to burn more efficient at high altitude and cold temperatures. So when it gets like 32 degrees, it's still going to be the same amount of efficiency.
Yeah. To boil that.
So
we're just boiling water. Right. I mean, everybody's just boiling water.
So if there's not, most stoves, jet boil.
Yeah.
Most of them. I'd say almost 80% of stoves don't have a fuel regulator.
Yeah.
They call them a pressure regulator.
Yeah.
So that just regulates. So the canister.
So it's always full go.
Right. It's because the canister's pressure changes all the time. Because the temperature, the weather, the altitude, like that canister pressure changes all the time.
So the little knob that turns it on off, that's not a pressure regulator. That's just it's built, open or closed.
Yeah, it's built.
But in yours, it's built into there.
Built into that. So
I don't have to adjust it. I don't have to know.
So our thing is set at a PSI, our stove. So the fuel comes out at the same PSI no matter what. So it's keeping it the same consistency and efficiency no matter the altitude, no matter the temperature. Versus most stoves that don't have it, it fluctuates. There could be sometimes where you're burning more fuel than ever. There could be sometimes you're not burning hardly any fuel because it's not coming out.
It's either really cold outside and it's just not
coming out.
It's not evaporating off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like right now, what we kind of have it set up to do is like you should, and the other thing with a pressure regulator that you get in your stove is you get simmer control. So you're able to bring that thing down to hardly any flame. So ideally, what we would recommend, if you are not if you're not worried about boiling in a minute, and let's say you're drinking coffee, like you have plenty of time, if you crank that down, like you're gonna save so much more fuel.
Really,
so much more fuel.
So there's an arc that goes like fuel burned over time.
If it's windy,
to boil being up here.
If it's windy, your stove, for it to be the most efficient, needs to be on full blast.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. Right?
If it's windy, harsh conditions, full blast is going to be most efficient.
Yeah.
If you're not worried about it, it's calm, you're making coffee, and you have, nothing but time. Yeah. Like running that on just like a little bit lower setting is going to save you a ton of fuel.
Really?
Ton of fuel. Instead of just full blast. And taking
so it's
like
the old juice isn't worth the squeeze thing with full blast. Like if you good conditions, just simmer it and bring it up to temperature slowly.
Yeah. And that's the thing with a pressure regulator, it gives you the ability to do simmer control. So if you don't have that, like jet boils, like it's made to full blast. That's it. That's all I can do. That's it.
Yeah.
So like then you're losing another aspect of being fuel efficient.
Yeah.
So like we built our stove system, like we would say typically someone boils water twice a day.
Yeah.
So
that
twice, some people do more, some people do less, give or take. But twice a day is probably like the average.
That's a cup of coffee and dinner.
Yeah. What most
give or take.
Yeah.
Usually.
Most guys do. Like, so we want that the average days that people hunt, is 7 days.
Yeah.
So we want our system to be able to do like 14 boils.
Yeah.
Like,
and is that kind of what you figure for? And is it the small? How big is that small?
4 ounce. Yeah.
So a 4 ounce
small canister.
So if I'm packing and I go, okay, I'm going to do 2 boils a day
for a week straight. Yeah, you should be
straight, one 4 ounce canister.
Yeah, and it could be
so
and
sort of like 1 4 ounce canister per guy.
Yeah, and it could be it could be more.
Yeah.
If you dial back the fuel for coffee, like you can get a lot more out of it.
Yep.
So like fuel efficiency, lightweight, all that stuff is things that.
The other thing is you're not going to die if you don't. Like I've eaten mountain houses with not boiling water.
Yeah.
You just dump it in and let it sit for 45 minutes. It's not the best. It's still going to be really chewy, but I've always felt like, it's still calories, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to be good, enjoyable calories, but you'll eat it, and so that's kind of what I tell guys too. I'm like, hey, like, it's not like you can't eat that food, right? You don't have to cook it. And so I don't tend to err too far on like going light on fuel, but it's heavy.
Oh yeah.
It's really heavy. And so
I'm usually just taking a 4 ounce canister with me
for a 7-day trip.
Yeah. Even
you can even stretch that a little bit.
Yeah. For me, some days I won't drink coffee.
Yeah.
And it also depends on how long it takes you to boil water. Like, so if a peak refuel takes less water and it boils in 30 seconds, like you're hardly using any fuel.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of variables.
That one boil would be your coffee.
Right.
And your lunch or your dinner or whatever.
There's a ton of variables on the food that you choose, the water consumption, how fast it boils. So like there's kind of a wide variety of how long you can get it. But for me, like if I'll go on a 10-day hunt, I'll just take 1 canister.
Yeah.
I'm not bringing 2.
Yeah. And that's like I said, like if you run out, you're not going to die.
Yeah.
Like you can get away with it. Even start a little fire and you know what I mean? Yeah.
For
you're going to char the bottom of whatever.
Yeah. And
our cup is,
you know, I'm pretty confident our system should be able to handle
a 10-day.
Yeah, anything.
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst case, you skip that cup of coffee if you're really concerned about it.
Yeah.
You know,
you don't need coffee.
Yeah.
You can get away with it. Drink it cold.
Freaking watch it.
Iced coffee.
I don't know we haven't disagreed on anything yet, but I may disagree with you. But no, you're exactly right. Like if you really got to have it.
Yeah.
Like I said, or you can start a little fire. Like if it's allowed, we're not allowed this year. I think we're
the biggest thing the number one thing that goes against your stove efficiency is wind.
Yeah.
Wind kills.
And that's why you guys have
we have a removable wind guard.
We have to get a little clip so I can put it in here somewhere. Not that anybody really watches podcasts, I don't think, you know what I mean? But some do. But if you are, and we'll share that because that would be really cool to see that wind guard on there too.
Yeah, because then that's our thought. Is like if we want to build the most efficient system, like we have to block the wind as best as possible. That's going to give you your best ability to like maximize the amount of fuel that you got. So, dude,
I love it, man. Thank you for the time.
Heck yeah.
You know, one of my rituals, I'm gonna go get a pedicure before the hunt. How do you feel about the pre-hunt pedicure?
I don't think I've ever gotten one, but it sounds nice.
Dude, it's the way to go, baby. You gotta take care of your feet, you know? Yeah, so that's on my schedule, right? We'll camel up those toenails just in case you got those digis out. You can be ready to go. But that's that's one of my fun little. What's yours? I mean, what's your thing that you go like something that's completely absurd and ridiculous? Like, what's your thing that you like?
Mine is gas station. So I usually I'm not eating like shit food before I go.
Yes.
Like I'm eating pretty clean. Like I've had it before where I've eaten some real shitty food and then went and did a hike and felt terrible.
Yeah.
But there's just one small thing that I splurge on, like at the gas station.
Yeah.
It's like my go-to like little cheat thing that I do every time when I'm going on hunts, when I stop at a gas station.
Yeah.
Dude, it's those tornadoes.
Yeah.
Dude, like the buffalo chicken tornadoes or like the cheesesteak tornadoes.
It's gonna keep you regular. Like those.
I only get two. Like I don't overdo it. Like I just get two of them.
Yeah.
They're like my favorite thing ever. I just love those little bastards. So I'll have like when I stop at a gas station, you know, I usually get some like nicotine rogues or whatever, and then a couple of tornadoes.
Yeah.
And surprisingly they haven't like I've done it and I've gone like 7 mile hiking like.
You don't shit your pants.
No, I just have two, so I don't like eat.
You don't overdo it. Yep.
Just a little bit.
Yep.
Just a nice little.
Are you a nicotine guy in the woods? Do you like to have something? Yeah. I've been kind of sucking. I didn't offer you. I'm really sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I'm very particular on my nicotine. I'm a rogue. I like rogues.
Rogue, what flavor?
Wintergreen.
Okay.
I like minty flavors.
Yeah, I like the minty.
Yeah, I'm a minty. Yeah.
We had a really cool guy on, Brian Peters, buddy, BP, and he coined the phrase Zen Malye.
Zen Malye.
Yeah. So he's dug in on pairings of what energy drink to go with what Zen flavor. Oh, so like a white Monster, and for him a coffee, you know. Or like a berry flavored Bang with a mint. You know what I mean? So he's gone down the road of like really trying to like study what pairings, like what flavors go well together. So that was a fun conversation. Yeah,
that is hilarious
as well. So yeah, I'm the same, but I switched to like old school Red Man when I get in the woods.
Oh yeah, I love Red Man.
And it's something to do.
Oh yeah, Red Man.
I mean? You get done and hilarious. It's just like you can spit and get dirty. Like I would never want to do it on my family and my kids. I don't want my kids
chew it, spit it.
It's delicious.
Tastes good. It gives you a lot of energy. I think it's just probably so much sugar in that thing.
There probably is a lot of sugar in those.
They're very sweet.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah, I like a little. It's usually hunting season.
That's usually, and I'm still like I don't like use a ton of nicotine. Usually, this year's been a little off. I might should lay off a little bit, but you know, it just, you know, when Andrew Huberman says, you know, the nicotine itself isn't the problem, then my idiot brain goes, cool.
Yeah.
Let's throw a bunch in the system. But usually for me, it's always just been Red Man during hunting season. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which means, you know, the deer stands when I am out hunting whitetail are just like covered in spit. And I feel bad for like my buddy. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I should go up there and scrub that thing off. But
that's hilarious.
But yeah, that's kind of my go-to is just getting those.
Yeah, like Brady and I, when we used to go on hunts together, we always did Red Man.
Oh, it's delicious.
We used to have Red Man in our office.
Yes.
We'd share a big thing of Red Man, and we bought like a bunch of Red Man to go in the freezer and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Brady and I used to chop Red Man all the time.
It's delicious.
Oh yeah.
Lorenzo is got the freaking Rogues and Zins. I was in his office and it was just sleeves all around. I was like, where am I? This is amazing. And I wasn't, I just met him. I was like, can I borrow? And he's like, throws me 2 cans. I'm like, I like this guy.
They bought Bowhunting buys it for the office.
Really?
So like you go
that's
into
a good culture piece.
You go into the kitchen.
Screw fucking
yeah.
Ping pong tables. You
go in the kitchen. There's nicotine.
Whatever you want.
Rogues.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's the little treat they give you.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coffee and nicotine, get your ass to work. Yeah.
More productive.
You're leave it all on the table, baby. Yep.
Right.
I love it.
That's
nice. Funny. Good. Well, dude, thanks again. Thanks for all the extra time. I told you an hour we're going to be at 2.
All good.
Great conversation. It was a good conversation. Thank you so much. And hopefully people get something out of this. So, yeah, look up your stuff again. Instagram's the best way to find you.
Yeah. Instagram.
Chris Neville.
Yeah.
Cool. And then, yeah, man, thank you for being on Front of Center podcast with me as we're getting going and loving the conversations.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Cool. Don't forget to check out our guys at GOT Outpost, gear optimization technology on YouTube. Jay and Drew out there really teaching you about the gear. We're going to have to get your stove on there and they can do, an education piece on that. And our focus really is not always new gear. It's just how to better use the stuff you've got and be efficient with what you need. Cause our mantra is, adventure more and spend less, right? Cause I think guys get caught up in spending money.
Always buying
like,
shit.
Here's the solution. It's like, no. Buy a tag, dude. Buy more diesel, get down the road, go have fun, go adventure. Mm-hmm. And so you don't need, although I think we do need this stove, but
yeah, that's right.
you don't need all the stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just like a good pair of boots and something to keep you dry, keep the water off and understand your weapon system and you can have a lot of fun. So good. Thanks again for being on, bud. I appreciate you and I'll let these guys go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Chris.